Sup nerds, welcome to the Omni4Game podcast, episode 62. I'm Sean, I'm joined with Chris and Brandon as always.
What's up, guys? This week's Omni4Game recap. We go over our locals as always. We look at some top deck lists, we do our weekly reveals, and then we hit your comment questions. So if you guys like this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you in the next episode.
First topic, locals recap.
Mine's gonna be real quick, real sweet. So I'm gonna preference this. Yes, I'm sure I can't wait for all the comments to tell me, oh, but I went undefeated with this deck at my locals. So I played Susan last night, the pure version where you play all the tamers and play the hybrids. You play Ember Greymon. I went winless last night. I went X1-3.
You had three draws?
Oh, I'm sorry, X3-1. My bad.
Okay.
X3-1.
I was like, Jesus.
I wish I had 3 ties. Round 1, I played against 7 Great Demon Lords. Game 1 actually wasn't going too bad for me. I was able to chip him down pretty fast. I lost steam eventually because he just kept blowing up my tamers. Obviously. Probably the one deck in the entire room that night that could do that.
I think that is accurate, yeah.
Yeah, ran into him round 1. That was unfortunate. But it was also one of the only games where I got super close to being able to do the option card into Susan and just kill him, like just OTK him, before he eventually saw his Leviathan to blow up my Takuya and Koji with like 6 sources underneath. Literally, like as soon as I had established it and I had multiple tamers, and I just started like one turn tucked a bunch of cards underneath, and then like the following turn he goes, oh, okay, here. And I'm like, yep, okay, cool. Sweet.
Specifically Leviathan X.
Yeah. Game 2, he just kind of rolled. I don't want to say he rolled me, but you can have such awkward hands, such unplayable godly hands where I'm just like, okay, here's tamers, but I have nothing to fuel it. I have nothing to like poke at him, and then he started just seeing Lucimon, chaos mode and everything. So I lost that. Round 2, played against Fishes that Caleb was playing. I was like, oh, okay, I can get a win here. One, I didn't really know what his cards did. Like I know the general idea of it. I could have easily 2-0'd him if I would have just seen Kazimon game 2. But I just didn't see her because I had the whole combo line set up to where I would just attack with Emperor Greymon, piercing. He would unsuspend and then it would kill him. But I couldn't. The deck can be like sneaky, spam the board really quick. So he kind of just did that to me. And then game 3, we just went into time. Again, if I would have just seen Kazimon game 3, I would have just won. So I ended up tying Caleb. And then round 3, I played against Angels. Her just promoting Patamon and ending the turn with Dominimon and Angelmon Ace is just kind of like really hard for me to get out. Especially because like there's the little lock right there. I can't remove them. The deck, I can try, but it's not going to work. And then that one I got rolled real quick. That game was like over in like 15 to 20 minutes maybe. Again, my hands were kind of like not unplayable, but like I don't do enough damage fast enough to like overtake that kind of healing. And then round 4, I played against Beelzemon. I won game 1. I'm like, okay, I'll get a win here. And then games 2 and 3, he proceeded to absolutely high roll me so hard with RNG, where he had every mill he needed to hit. His opening hand was always Impmon into Iron Mako, and I'm like, okay. And then it was like, oh, here's another Iron Mako. I'm like, okay. And he establishes the Beelzemon with security attack +1, swings, gets free checks in. I can't answer it right away. He milled like 8 cards off that attack. And he goes, he like draws, oh, I can kill you from here. I'm like, what? And he does it. He does the whole combo. X into blast mode. I'm like, okay, that sucks. All right, we'll go into game 3. It'll be better for me. Same thing. Does everything, establishes it. Boom. He goes. I knew it because every time he would draw, I can kill you from here. Okay, great. Here's Beals X and then into blast one. I'm like, okay, yep. Oh, game 3 memory, swing again. Both games back to back. Like as soon as he established 20 cards in trash, he drew that card, and I'm like, all right, awesome. So yeah, I win list last night. Go ahead. Can't wait for everyone in the comments saying, oh, that's a great deck. I win all the times at locals. You're a liar.
I think that
You're a
deck
liar.
Sucks.
It does suck. I literally didn't get to go into Susanoo on Ace one time, except for that turn that I knew Ben was about to kill me and I couldn't kill him, and I just hard dropped it for 9 and go suck it.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, like it's just so slow and like so piece reliant. Some decks are piece reliant. This deck is super piece reliant, like super. And I had it built, and I wanted to build Magna Pyldramon, but I just didn't have the energy to do it this week. So I already had that built, and I was like, I'll give this a run. Oh boy, it was bad. It was not fun. I was getting rolled.
Just instant regret.
I don't know why
All right,
solutions aren't. I don't know why they're more than $1 because that deck just is bad.
I don't know. I mean, maybe you could play it in something else, but like I don't know what. I don't know what you would play.
It's a secret rare. That's the only reason it's even close to valuable. It's a secret rare in a set with 3 secret rares.
Yeah, but the other two are significantly cheaper. Like Zed is like $1, and Satan mode is not much more than that. Yeah, they're all the regular art secret rares are cheap, but Susan's the most expensive one for like no reason.
It's just got to be fanfare. People just probably like the cards.
Maybe it's because it can't be played.
People at least Zed get.
I gotta get my money's worth, man. I want to move this bad card.
At least Zed is played in a deck. Like people tech one in like Lord Naimon X's, right? And like some do.
Yeah, and I mean Satan mode's also played. Like I see some people saying they don't play Satan mode in Elusive, but I think that's a mistake. But yeah, I think the other two are in better decks.
Agreed. The Millennium Mon deck is way better than the Susan Mon deck. Like
you can at least do stuff.
Yeah, like I could actually play the deck and be aggressive and like do stuff with this one. I'm like, man, if I don't see this perfect line into this, like Ben at one point, Ben said something to me. He goes, I digivolved my Tommy into Kuma into Corey Kaguma. He goes, man, how you playing this deck and you see this one line? I'm like, this is all I have. This is all I have, Ben. This is it. And guess what? I don't even get like, yeah, sure, I get a draw card because you don't have any sources. But like, you don't care about your sources. Like any other deck, like I'd be stripping stuff and stunning stuff. Now, not with yours. Like, how are you gonna say anything when I do that? Come on, man.
That was a terrible matchup for you, round 1.
Yeah. So go ahead, Brandon.
Yeah, I ended dead even 2-2. Round 1 I played against Robbie playing Pulse. He got bullied last week, so he's like, you know what? I'm bringing Pulsemon. And then I 2-0'd him. Game 1, I managed to kill like 3 of his Mindling Tamers because he kept trying to have like his inheritables. Like I think one of them's blocking, and I was just like, all right, well, Greymon, blow it up, or War Greymon, blow it up, or Omnimon, bot deck it. So I was constantly keeping his board like super clear while I was killing him that game.
I think that's we haven't talked about it enough with Pulse as well. Those Mindling Tamers are also really bad because of that, because the AG and stuff like that, they're aggressive, right? Like you can unmindling them at the end of your turn after you do your alliance stuff. With the Pulse ones, it's like you said, if you want blocker and all that, you have to keep it in there for your opponent's turn, which just makes them super vulnerable. So if that Digimon gets deleted, you're losing that Tamer too. So that also hurts Pulsemon.
Especially since one of them is the memory setter. Yep. So if you kill their memory setter, it's just like, it sucks to be you. Game 2, I only ever saw one copy of Omnimon, but I had 3 Miraculous Mega Knights on the board, and I had 2 level 6s on the board. And he's sitting there and he's like, man, what if you've got the Omnimon? Like, what if you've got the other pieces? So he just never turned his card sideways. He never swung. He never tried to out my body. He went into the Tamagotchi and used the -16 DP on my rookie.
Bruh, you have to.
And then didn't. And then
That's what I said.
swing.
How does he expect to play
Robbie,
through it if he never forces you to do it?
I told Robbie, dude, you just gotta play it. You just gotta be like, hey, if you got it, you got it.
Yeah. Because what's he expect to happen if he just sits there?
Right.
Yeah. Especially since he had like 5 or 6 cards left in deck. Like, I'll just deck you out if I don't see Omnimon, because it's just not turning your cards sideways. So the biggest tell I could not Omnimon him is the next turn after he went to Tazi, or Tamagotchi. I stunned it with a Metal Garu. I said, that thing's not turning sideways. That should have been the biggest giveaway. I did not have access to this Omnimon.
Don't swing at me.
He still didn't swing at me. So eventually, I get to promote an Agumon, grab the Omnimon I had used early in the game, because I thought, I'm seeing more copies of Omnimon, so I used it real early. Nope. I had to recycle it with the Agumon, finally DNA and go into Alter B for game. But it was stupid. Poor Robbie, man. He just mind gamed himself out of it. So that was round 1. Round 2, I played against Sean, playing his Ragno TK.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, game 1, I only saw 1 Tamer, and it was starter deck tie. And if I wanted to be able to do anything to prevent him from just womboing the bejesus out of me, I needed a Mat. Any of my Tamers with Mat in the name would have sufficed, because I needed to be able to warp into Melga, because he had already done his Lord Nightmon X's. I needed to stun some cards and force him to play into my Miraculous Mega. Well, I also needed access to Miraculous Mega, which any of my Tamers with Tie or Mat would have helped me do.
Mm-hmm.
So I just needed Mat. So I lost that one pretty convincingly. Game 2, I never saw War Greymon. The first thing I did is I went into Uko and I promoted. Off the Uko, I revealed Wargrey, Melga, and some other card, probably like an option or something. And I went, okay, I'm going to grab the Metal Garu. I then proceeded to draw for the entirety of the rest of the game every single copy of Metal Garu. And it's just one of those things where it's like, how was I supposed to know? I was never seeing another copy of War Greymon, period.
Are you sure that third card off the Uko wasn't a Tamer you didn't know you could grab?
Yeah, pretty sure. I wouldn't have grabbed it either way.
I forgot about that again. Brandon, tell everybody what you learned last night.
Yeah, we're going to get there when we get to round 4, guys.
All right, fair. Okay.
Anyway. So, Sag, lost that. Sean just kills me real quick, and I'm just like, yeah, you got it, bruh.
Did he Ragna you?
Yeah, both games.
I was about to say, I just went back and looked to confirm, yeah, I did it both games.
Nice,
yeah.
Okay.
Round 3, I played against Will playing D Reaper. I play starter deck tie. War Greymon is 15k. As soon as I raid, he's 17k. You're never having a mother on the board. And what removal does that deck have?
I mean, technically they do have removal, but I'm not sure if Will has it in his list.
I'm not sure Chris has it in Will's list.
Oh yeah, fair. It's Chris's deck.
I bought like 2 copies of it.
2 copies? Okay.
2 copies of what?
I forget what it's called, but it suspends itself to pop something DP equal or lower on your turn.
So what is that going to do when you don't have a mother with any sources?
Well,
Nothing, but, obviously they're anticipating their mother surviving the game because that's how they win.
Yeah. So, game 2, I actually didn't see the starter deck tie, but I had let him get, 6 sources into the mother, and then I just DNA'd into Omni and raided into it for the crash. I gave him, 2 memory off of the overflow, and got rid of his win con, so easily worth it. And, of course, popped, bot decked 1 body, popped another body, cleared the mother, so I got rid of 3 bodies.
I did that with Black War Gray one time against D-Reaper. I crashed into it with a Gaiomon, and he scooped anyway, even though it was my only stack.
Yeah. Then we get to round 4. I played against Ben, playing 7 Great Demon Lords. It's a pretty dog-awful matchup if I can't be fast enough. Like, even when I was trying to be low to the ground and just, like, rookie rush him, for, like, the first 3 turns, he was able to put Creepy out. So, I can't swing. I can't draw more off of Koromon. And then I'm like, alright, cool, well, here's, like, 2 rookies. So I'll at least get 1 chip in. Levia. Alright, cool. Alright, well, let me set my Tamers up and my Miraculous Mega Knights. Here's Lucemon. I'm going to keep recycling the same copy, and I'm going to keep killing your Tamer. Cool. So, pretty non-games, both game 1 and 2. Now, the story they're referring to is, mind you, round 4 starts at, like, 11 o'clock at night. Something like that.
10:30.
It was, like, close to... Yeah, it was, like, 10:30.
Which is normally...
Because round 1 and 2... Yeah. Round 1 and 2 ran extra long. So, it's really late. You know, we're all running low on brain juices. So, I promote an Uko. I reveal cards. It was like 2 Tamers and a Digimon. And I grabbed the Digimon. I'm like, oh, what's the only target? And then there we go. Everybody on the table's like, you can grab the Tamers.
No,
and I was
Ben was like, all 3 of those were targets. And that's when I looked over. Because I'm sitting next to you. And you were like...
I look at the Ukomon and I was like, oh, yeah, you're right. And I just put them all on the bot deck anyway, because I'm grabbing the Digimon. It's what I wanted anyway. But, of course, never going to hear the end of that now.
Yeah, I was like, you didn't know that he could grab Tamers, Brandon?
Bro, I haven't played Uko in so long. I think it was the last time I used that copy of Ukomon specifically was with Gabu Bond when we had access to all 4 Louis. I legitimately think that was the last time I used that Ukomon. So.
I mean, it's a popular meta card that's been out for, like, close to 6 months, but...
The thing is, I feel like if my opponent would have, like, used it against me, and he'd have been like, oh, I'll grab this Tamer, I'd have been like, yeah, that's correct. But when I'm sitting there using it, it's like...
Your brain just doesn't let you pick the Tamer.
Yeah, I mean... Like I said, it's not what I needed at the moment. I needed the Digimon. I needed the rookie. But, yeah. It was an okay night. Some small things got on my nerves, but other than that, it was just dead even.
Alright, I'm going next. I played Ragna...
Well, who else is there?
What?
Well, you said you're going next. Who else is there?
Me, myself, and I.
Okay. Bet. Tell all 3 of your personalities to do their locals recap.
That's right, dude. I played Ragna OTK with Lord Nightmon X. It was the winner of this week's members only fan vote, or not fan vote, members only vote. I wanted to be Shine Greymon. That's 2 weeks in a row Shine Greymon has lost to the other choice.
So what you should do is this week,
just
should put a poll up. It's Shine Greymon, Shine Greymon, Shine Greymon.
It's Shine Greymon or I don't go to locals. Those are the 2 options. And I took it. Deck profile is actually live right now. Round 1 I played against Beals. It took me a little bit to get going, but I ended up Ragnaing him for game 1.
When Tyler saw that fat stack of cards and you did that, I just heard him go, oh, jeez.
Yeah, when I said end of turn Gato and I just stacked all the cards on top of each other, before I even put the Ragna down, he was like, oh, jeez. I think I Ragna'd him game 2 as well. I may have just killed him. I can't remember. He didn't really do a whole lot. He didn't high roll me like he did versus Chris. He like Omega low rolled versus me. He also misplayed a little bit. He evoed into one of his guys, I think it was game 2, and triggered double Iron Mako to top deck 2 cards, and then realized that the guy he evoed into wasn't a miller.
Doesn't mill.
Yeah. And so he ended up evoing 2 times on top of it into a not miller, and then the second card was a miller, but he just drew the 2 cards that he top decked into the evo. So,
right.
It happens. And then round 2, played against Brandon. I did RFG him 2 games in a row. He definitely low rolled game 1 because I remember it took me a while to get all my stuff together game 1.
It felt like the slowest match for both of us.
Yeah. And then round 3, played against Bunnies. It was actually pretty close to me losing. Game 1, he got me down to like 1 security, I think, before I finally had a turn where I was like, okay, I have everything in my hand. I just have to survive the first 2 checks to your security, and I RFG'd him. But games 2 and 3, I was not seeing my stuff, and I basically just kind of watched him kill me. I lost game 2, and then game 3 ended up going into turns, and I still didn't have the pieces in my hand to kill him. Like, if I had enough memory, I had everything set up. If I just had the 1 or 2 pieces I was missing, I could have OTK'd him, but ended up drawing in turns.
It also didn't help. He was just like, Rapidmon, de-evo that, and you're like...
Oh yeah, he kept hard dropping.
He did that to you twice.
I forgot about that. He kept hard dropping the starter deck Rapid that de-evos and then can't be deleted or bounced. And it's literally like a guaranteed Mega Gargo that I can't out
interact with.
Yeah, because I'd already gone into like most of my Lord Nightmon X's. Actually, that was the game where I went into a Lord Nightmon X at the beginning of the game, and my other 2 Lord Nightmon X's were in my security at the end of the game. That's what it was. I couldn't stop him from Mega Gargoing me, so I just couldn't swing. But yeah. And then round 4, played against Purple Hybrid. Ended up just watching him kill me 2 games in a row. I was 1 memory short / 1 source short game 2 of RFGing him, but sadly there was no combination of cards in my hand where I could successfully lethal him through 5 security on my last turn. And I decked out that turn, so like I was like, I either win here or I lose here, because I had like 5 cards left in deck. Like, I had plenty of time both games to dig into my stuff, because like he didn't open super strong either game, and I was like putting Gazis on the field and stuff to slow him down. And the retail blocker token that like forces him to do something about it if he wants to get like max value off of his Velgers, and I just couldn't get there, so I got 2-0'd, and then I ended up coming in 4th, I think.
Yep.
Sad day.
Yeah, Ben said something funny. He goes, when he was watching you and Lucas.
Oh, I remember.
He goes, man, Sean just doesn't believe in chipping, does he? I said, no, he does not. He's trying to rag them.
Not at all. I was sitting there watching, and I was like, man, if he just promotes that Gobbly and Raising while he has a Gazimon, an extra Gazi in hand, by the way, and another, the token on the board, I'm like, that's 3 chip checks he could just get. But he doesn't want to give him a Tamer. He doesn't want to hit removal. And he doesn't want to hit like a Jax Raid.
Yeah. Purple Hybrid.
So he just sits there and lets his bodies die like a neglectful owner.
I was definitely a little too hyper focused on the combo last night. I'm sure it wasn't.
You don't say.
He wasn't the only person I was too focused on it for. But Purple
Hybrid. That's for the content.
Yeah, for real. I was happy that I was able to RFG. I think I RFG'd at least once every single round besides the Purple Hybrid match. But Purple Hybrid is one of the few decks that I actually don't want to chip, because they have so much value. They can check out of security, like the Jack Raid if you don't have a Gazimon, like Brandon said, Deathslinger, Rivals, or any one of their like 12 Tamers. And
it's like hitting Red Hybrid, but you also have to worry about kill options.
Yeah. It's really bad, especially if you don't have a memory blocker, because like that increases the likelihood of checking a bad card by like 4 additional cards for playing the max Jack Raid. But yeah, that's not a deck I like chipping very much. I should have been chipping them, having said that, but that's just a deck that I'm just like, no chip,
right.
only kill.
Only kill.
Yeah.
Only Ragna.
Yeah, I will say I went into the night knowing that the Ragna version is a worse version of Lord Nightmon X because it's so inflexible.
It's super combo. It's like combo or no?
Literally, yeah. It's like combo or bust. It is more defensive than the regular Lord Nightmon X because you get to play like the max Lady Dev X's and stuff, so you always have the retail blocker token and stuff. But in my opinion, it's just not as good because you are very reliant on the combo in order to kill people because you don't have the.
I think you can. I was gonna say you can still just win some matchups because Lord Nightmon X is that strong.
You can.
Yeah, but like it's not as competitive as the pure version.
Yeah, because without Cerberus X, you can't just get 4 checks with Lord Nightmon X on the turn you go into it. It's just not the same level of damage output, unfortunately. Yeah. If you'd like to vote on the next members only poll, consider becoming a member. It's the join button should be where the subscribe button would be if you were already subscribed.
And don't forget to join the Discord.
Oh yes, thank you. Also, we have a community Discord. Link for that will be in the pinned comment below if you'd be interested in joining that as well. Thank you, Chris.
What are the 2 decks this week, Sean?
I don't know what the second deck is, but the first deck Shine Greymon, and you guys better vote for it.
Don't let him do it to us.
Just let me do it.
What's something we can put in the poll that's like a clear throwaway? Something he'll never actually play.
Something I literally don't have the cards for.
I know, let's put Justimon in there.
Justimon.
No, because then that'll win the vote. You know what sucks about that is I can't vote in those polls for some reason. Like I have no way to like put my finger on the scale for the member only votes.
It's like 4 Shine Gray, 5 Justimon, and you're just sitting there.
Yeah, I literally can't. I remember thinking, because I didn't know that going into it, the first poll I put up, I was like, all right, I'll just wait and to see what's winning, and then like if I have, if I'm like, I'd rather play this, I'll just vote there. And
if I could just swing the vote in my favor.
Yeah, and then I realized, I was like, how do I vote? And then I was like, oh, I can't. It's not my choice. That sucks.
The thing is, if you put up like something like even Blackboard Greymon, like a deck you still have the cards for, it'll win. It'll beat Shine.
I have to pick something that people don't like. Put in the comments a deck that you would not vote for, so I can put that in the members only vote.
Nature Spirits.
That would probably win. Stupid troll decks like that would probably win.
Oh, so you got to put a degenerate like tier 1 strategy nobody wants to see you play.
Yes, something really hyper meta. Like security control, although I know some of my...
Galaxy Mirage.
I don't have the cards for that. I could actually throw together security control, though, but I actually know for a fact there's probably at least 1 or 2 members that would vote for that.
Yeah, we got a whole playset of Mirage. We got...
Oh, I have the entire Galaxy engine, then, if you guys have Mirage.
Yeah, we got
build it, I
got
guess.
2 Hexablow. We got... we don't have any of the decode level 6, but Hexablow is just as good. Yeah. And then you could get 2 Apollos.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'd play Apollo. I guess I might, but yeah, I guess I could put that. People would probably vote for it, though.
According to some of our comments, Galaxy Mirage isn't even all that.
Yeah, I think that deck's super degen.
Just because it doesn't see consistent results doesn't mean it's not an absolute pain for it to be in the format.
I mean, it does see consistent results, though. Like,
well, not according to that comment.
Oh, well, I mean, the first big event we had where it was a thing, it got the first and second place.
That's not consistent.
Yeah, it's not consistent.
Yeah, that's not consistent.
Yeah, I'm sure there were more than 2 people in that tournament playing that deck. I'm sure the conversion rate isn't 100%. All right, so I meant to talk about this last week, but I forgot. So there is a refresher for the judge program. Unless you were already a judge, you probably weren't aware of this. So they actually updated the judge exam, and if you were already a judge, you had to retake the exam to keep your judge status through the end of November. Once December 1st rolls around, you actually are no longer a judge if you haven't passed the new exam, which I will say is more challenging than the previous 2 iterations that I've taken. I still did successfully pass, though, so I am once again a judge. Can't say the same.
Has Ben retaken his?
Not yet. Can't say the same for Benjamin. His judge status will expire after November.
Oh man, Ben, you better get on it.
For some reason, he doesn't want to take it unless he thinks he can get like a perfect score on it for some reason.
That sounds like Ben.
Yeah, like nerf or nothing. But yeah, I will say kudos to them for doing this, because there were a lot of just things that have been introduced into the game that weren't on the most recent judge exam that needed to be, so judges that actually passed the test would have an idea of how those things worked. So I think it was definitely a needed thing because of so many wild interactions that have been introduced into the game in the past like year or two that just weren't on the most recent one prior to this one.
Were aces on the one before this one?
Dude, we've had aces for like what, a year and a half now, if not more than that.
I think it's just like
I don't remember when these
order, maybe. I forget exactly when BT14 came out last year. I don't remember aces being on any of the questions. It is a 50 question test, but I don't think the aces are on
the old one.
I don't think they're on the new one either.
Really?
At least I can't remember.
I mean, they are.
There might be one that just like is super easy, so like I didn't remember it, kind of deal.
Okay.
But I don't think there's anything specific to aces. Maybe something about timing, but I don't remember if there is or not.
Right.
Like the way they did aces is it's actually like pretty simplistic. Like they have a set window. This is the only time you can use them. It's not that confusing. It's the final thing you do before you get the ability to block.
Yeah, I mean, some people still don't know. Like, Chris was under the impression he could ace you before you got to resolve your when attacking effects last week. So
yeah, let's make fun of him more for that, huh? No, don't make fun of me for the Uko, okay?
I feel like you'll probably get made fun of more for the Ukomon. That card.
Wait, hold on. When did I do that?
Last week.
When we were trying to tell you that you had zero chance of winning game 2 or game 1, and you were like, "No, you don't know what my deck does."
Hold on. That had nothing to do with me. With him not being able to resolve his effects before my
stuff. Yes, it did, because you said you thought Omnimon's other removal effect was a when attacking effect, and you were like, I can ace before he does that.
Oh, okay, I did say that. I do know the proper rules, you're right. But at the time, I just don't want to lose to him. I'm like, I'll say and do anything I can to try and win this damn game.
Just don't do it. Were you just trying to Jedi mind trick him into not doing it?
Yeah, just don't do it. Don't do it,
please. Wait a second. Let me tell you something.
You don't want to omni me.
Yeah. So yeah, new judge program. I highly recommend going in and taking the exam if you're interested in becoming a judge, or if you would just like to see if you would qualify for one. Because I mean, you're not committed to doing anything if you get judge status. Like, they're not going to be like, okay, you have to go do this now, and it's free to take. So like, why not? All right, so we're going to go over some top deck lists here. Starting off, we have Tech Games Oceania Ultimate Cup 2.0.
I do not like how they're Publix.
God, dude, the ads.
I do not like how they have Koji as the mascot for that deck.
I mean, he's literally the tamer.
Yeah, but like Duskmon is infinitely cooler.
Yeah.
That's like, instead of having Mirage Burst Mode or Mirage, you have Thomas.
I mean, kind of, but it's a hybrid deck.
That would suck. Yeah, but look at Ancient Greymon. It's Ancient Greymon. It's not Takuya.
Takuya.
I feel like if you
why is he the only one that's a tamer?
All right, so I understand your logic, and I do agree with it. However, I feel like if
I'm going to argue with you, just argue with you?
No.
Yeah, I knew it.
I feel like if you put Duskmon on here as the mascot, a lot of people wouldn't recognize that when they looked at it as, like, Duskmon. I know I wouldn't. But I do recognize Koichi.
His stupid hat. Hope he falls down more stairs.
Wow. So not a very large turnout for the Ultimate Cup, 93 players. This is the top 16 breakdown. 4-2-1, 16th place, Emperor Greymon, Anthony Dumont. Let's do a little zooming. God, these ads, dude.
This is wild. He's basically playing Susanomon without playing Susanomon.
Yeah, he's playing those new rookies.
Yeah.
A lot of the new. Oh my god, what does that even do?
I think this is just objectively better than the Tama you were playing last night, Chris, that you hated hatching.
I agree. I still would have hatched this more, though.
I mean, yeah, but you don't have to put memory for this guy. You just have to have a red tamer in play.
True.
Yeah, I mean, this looks like a pre-release deck similar to Chris's deck last night.
No, seriously, this is Susanomon without Susanomon. That's it.
He saw the weakness of the deck and he was like, I'm just going to cut this because it sucks.
Honestly, it's what it looks like.
Yeah. Congrats. And we have Alex Downey, 15th place, Lord Nightmon X, purple. Let's be real, the black base isn't topping. You don't have to put purple in the top 16 deck list.
Sag.
Yep.
That's Lord Nightmon. Standard.
Yeah. I don't.
He is running the Gabu Garu package.
The 2-card package.
Yeah, I mean, if that's all you're allowed to play, that's all you're allowed to play.
Yeah, I feel like he just didn't have 4 proto forms. That's what this tells me, is I don't have access to 4 proto forms when they're playing 1 BT9 and 3 proto.
Right.
Or they're like those people who play 3 different Tamas. They do it just to piss you off.
You know, they could be doing it to troll. That is always possible. Yeah, I've considered playing Garu X, but it's just not worth it. Because like once you have him in the stack, he doesn't do anything with his inheritable. But I can see the appeal of playing him. Yeah, Gabu X to search stuff. Yeah, this is relatively standard, like you guys said. Besides the one of BT9X anybody. Tyler Chin, Imperial.
Just pure Imperial too.
Yep. Yes, playing for Davis and Mats. So proud.
Davis and who?
Oh, sorry. Davis and Ken. My bad. I don't know why I said Matt. Long day.
Yeah, basically same thing.
The first thing in the morning.
I know, that was the joke, Brandon.
Hey, some people might not know when we record this.
We eat breakfast. And we call it
Hey, some people eat breakfast for dinner.
Yeah,
breakfast for dinner is a luxury.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair. 13th.
What about second breakfast?
Kyle Sutton. Yeah, but like, I don't know. I mean, you make a good point. So he's playing 1 Hex, 1 whatever the hell decode dude.
I mean, we both know what level 6 we're looking at and questioning, right?
What, the one of BT?
Yeah.
So I think this is decent. One, it has evade.
The pop tamer's back, right? That's it?
Yeah, it's tamer removal on top of having evade. So it's like, it's good into certain matchups like Demon Lords maybe.
Purple.
Yeah, and
it's got a really cool art.
He does.
No, he doesn't.
Only because
the art is god awful.
Only because Shine Grandmon's chilling back here. That's the only reason this art goes hard.
I hate both of those arts, for Shine and him.
Yeah, well, fortunately, this Shine has an alt art that looks pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, him right here is the only reason I like this art. Yeah, I mean, it sets your opponent back in tempo if you put one of their tamers back in their hand. Yeah, he's just like toolboxed out as this.
But at the same time, like,
side
aren't you just trying to kill them? Like, what?
I mean, yes.
If you're playing in purple, it's possible. Like, you just hit an option in security and it can reset you. So I guess, yeah, that's something you can do to prevent that.
I do agree you are trying to kill them, but I mean, he can't play more than 4 BT11 Mirage Thank God.
That's true.
Expo.
He's not wrong.
Yeah. It's so dumb they put security attack +1 just generically on him.
I mean, he doesn't have jamming. You'd have to give it to him. But I mean, obviously, his deck is very good at giving jamming, so.
Yeah. And they can unsuspend with Hawk 2 Amon. Also, fun fact, this card is like $5.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's from EX6, which is a very hard set to get a hold of unless you want to spend oodles of money.
Brandon, those cards that we just gave Caleb last night?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't. You guys didn't hand him any of these, I'm pretty sure.
Cool.
We gave him I think it's
the newer one.
Bull Marine Mon or Marine Bullmon.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why is he not playing this card?
He is. I think he already had them.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was watching him play Robbie, and he had them in his deck already. I told him, I was like, do you know that card's $5?
Yeah, it is $5. Looking at it right now.
It's the only rare worth more than $1.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It shot up recently.
It did.
This thing, when it first came out, was pennies on $1.
Yeah.
And this thing has just been like, hey, what if we got $5 instead?
It's because you play it in all variants of Mirage now. Like, you play it in the Galaxy variant and the, air quotes, pure Mirage.
Right. Okay.
Right. Hamish Radcliffe, 12th place, purple hybrid.
No, it's Koichi the deck.
I mean, technically there are 6 copies of Koichi. Show me where there's 6 copies of anything else.
Dustmon, because you just can keep reusing them.
Yeah.
Nope.
I was going to say,
Only
you
4
just
copies.
keep recycling it.
There's
I still think
nothing else that exceeds his ratio in the deck.
Okay, but you could say the same thing about, like, Ancient Garu. That thing played, or I'm talking regular Ancient Garu. That thing plays all Takuyas and 4 Ancients.
You mean Code?
Brand, that deck hasn't
or Ancient Gray, my bad. I don't know why I kept saying Garu.
What were you saying, Chris?
No, well, I was gonna counter him when he said metal. You know, like you were still talking about Garu. I was gonna say that deck hasn't topped ever in forever.
People just aren't playing it. I don't know why. It's still good.
Because they'd rather play Mirage and be unfair.
Hey, look.
I mean, Ancient Garu is still unfair, but it's not like as unfair.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm literally getting an alert about performance issues because of how many resources this stupid page is taking up because this website is so trash.
Damn.
No. We don't see it.
Yeah, my Chrome is like, hey, do you want us to, like, turn this page off? 11th place, Josper Christ Lumipus. I'm sure I butchered that name. I apologize. Also purple hybrid. Oh, this is like the...
Yeah.
The stun.
The control-y version,
Yeah. I'm not a fan of this version. I feel like it's just too piece reliant.
Yeah, we talked about this. It just seems like it's trying to do too much. It's trying to be too cute.
It's like, just kill your opponent, dude. Just turn your card sideways. It's safe.
Sean, you're one to talk.
If I was playing purple hybrid, you'd never have to say that to me.
How many turns did you sit there and just not turn your card sideways?
I was scared. In that deck, you don't care if your stuff dies. You want it to actively die.
Yeah.
Wilkie Huang, 10th place, Ancient Gray. Bro's playing a high-speed plug-in as a one-of. Is this for the...
Hey, let's go.
Let's see, he has one...
You said you ain't blocking me.
This is also the piercing one. He has 4 iterations of piercing, and he's still... I guess for the lethal check.
Yep. Make sure they can't block your final swing.
Yeah.
No gravity crush.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for when I saw that. Like, he's playing 1 red memory boost. Yeah, so like he'd have to just have the extra 2 memory to swing per game.
I mean, you can go into your 17 combo, but before you swing, you can hit it with the plug-in and then swing. It doesn't matter if it's passing turn; you're getting in there for free.
I just love
potentially on how much memory you give them, you might be able to turn steel back with your analogs.
Yeah.
Quick question here: when he does the combo with the Ancient Greymon, right, the one where it deletes itself at the end of turn,
yeah,
they both delete themselves at the end of the turn.
Well,
I'm saying that one specifically, and if he goes into Ruin mode on top of that, it still deletes it, right? So he's getting the minus 10k.
Yeah, that's a pretty common combo in this Ancient Garu.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just an easy minus 10,000 DP on your field. You lose out on the resource recycle, but...
Oh, right. You wouldn't get to play your Tamer back out.
Yeah, or add anything back from your trash.
Still not bad. I mean,
shutting your opponent out for a turn doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, it literally turn skips your opponents. Like, if you have a lethal setup on your field, you can just be like, hey, you can't play on this turn, and I win next turn.
No more for you.
Yeah. See, that's the true Ruin Mode Turbo now. Daniel Heron, also Ancient
Another
Gray.
one.
Another one. Let's see how different this one. Oh my god.
Is that?
Wait, did you click on the same one twice?
I think this is card for card. What was the Tama ratio? Was it 3-2?
Go pull it up. Go pull it up.
These guys are boys. Yeah, this is the same deck.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say, these guys are like, yeah, we're going on the same deck.
Is he also playing 1 Gigas?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was right there on the right there.
Okay. So this appears to be
there's no way. There's no way. This has got to be some kind of mistake.
It's 97. There's no way that there's a very good chance that.
But they ended up right next to each other.
I mean, that's just how standings work, man.
Life is like that, man.
I don't know, man.
They showed up with the same deck and ended up with the same results.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, congrats.
No better litmus test for how this does.
Same thoughts on that one. Will Dawson.
Oh, that's weird. That's weird. We had the exact same cards.
Yeah. Interesting. He's playing one of BT3 Masty.
Okay.
Oh, he's playing a Rush Gilmon. Okay, I was like, what does he play back?
Yeah.
I mean, you can play back like a Dusk or Velgar and stuff, obviously, but I was...
How common is that Rihimon? That old one?
It's not, and I'm surprised it doesn't see more play, especially in the stun variant, but I guess they're playing like Yellow Megas. Because, like, if you go on top of this Rihi, or you go into this Rihi on top of your Dusk, you get to play 2 Tamers from your trash.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, he's playing it as a 1-of, which is...
Well, you also go into it for 1, right?
Yeah.
If you have the Tamer and Koichi under it.
Just a Tamer. It doesn't have to be Koichi specifically.
Oh, okay.
And you can Evo into it for free out of your trash with the Duskmon.
Right.
Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. You cannot. I forget they're capped at level 4 hybrids.
Okay. Still, not bad, though.
Yeah.
The Guilmon also makes sense. I'm surprised most other purple hybrid decks don't just have 1 in there.
I think they don't, because the things you play back off Merba usually get rushed from her effect.
Yeah.
So it's kind of unnecessary, but I mean, I guess this guy's playing it for the Masty combo. I'm just trying to think of, like, I guess because you have 4 Jack Raids, you could definitely go into it without passing turn. Just be like, hey, you have 1 security left? Okay, you're dead.
Have you considered the game is over?
Yeah, have you considered that you're just dead on my screen? Jeffrey Yang, 7th place. Is this the same deck card for card? It is not. Interesting. He's playing a 1-of BT17 Argo.
Yeah, I've seen that card a couple times.
Yeah.
In purple hybrid.
I've seen it in Lord Nightmon list. I don't think I've seen it in the purple hybrid deck yet, but I mean, obviously you can play it. It is purple. Yeah, clearly for the mirror. Yeah, this guy was definitely built for the mirror. He's playing max 4 Gazis, which I think is correct if you're playing purple this format.
Yeah, he's teched out.
Yeah. Congrats. Oh, he's also playing a 1-of Delta. That's always fun. Alright. Beelstar, Datwin purple hybrid. So this is the Beelstar Turbo Trash purple hybrid deck. If I had the cards for this, I would 100% build it.
Ew.
I would need.
I hate everything about the look of this deck. It just looks weird.
I need 1.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
5, 9, 13, 17, 23, 23 cards to put this together.
You need those violets? How many violets are those? We got 2 alt arts.
It's
call them for you.
It's 3.
Ah.
I actually probably would need these. I doubt I have 3 for my 1 box and pre-release packs.
Well, we've only got 2 alt arts. Yeah, definitely none of the regular arts.
I wouldn't bling this out anyway. It's not a big deal. Yeah, this is a cool deck. I would be interested in trying it if I had, like, you know, the other half of the deck. It seems fun.
To who?
The person playing it, obviously. Dylan Tran, 5th place, Leviah X.
You mean Anubis?
He's playing 2 Lord Nightmon X still, but he is playing 2 Leviah, 3 Leviah X. Yeah, I would. This is more just like purple good stuff.
Yeah. He's just like, I'll just take all the good purple top end.
Yeah, God, Dragomon, dude. The abuse.
This might be a hot take, but this feels like the Mirage engine, but for purple. Where you just have all the cards that just gain you memory off discarding or playing dudes out. And you just get to abuse that. It's not as abusable, but it's kind of got that vibe.
Yeah. It sucks that they just gave them the ability to force you to play stuff by effect. If they couldn't force you to do it, it would be a little bit better. Like, better for the rest of the meta. Yeah, I keep seeing this. I guess the Lotmon X is just to make sure your Leviah is big enough to survive all the checks you be getting with it. But yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. Dane Stroof. Ancient Gray. Hey, he's playing the Yoko.
Hey. Imagine this was also card for card.
I was actually half expecting it to be. I was surprised it wasn't. It looks very similar. He's playing a Grav Crush, though, not a Mim Boost.
I think he's also playing Louis. I don't remember the other ones having a Louis in it.
No, they didn't.
Which, it's kind of surprising, because, like, that's just a free game shot.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's, like, especially if your opponent is, like, deleting your stuff, or, like, you know, you can just trash that off of something. Actually, can you trash cards in your hand from this deck? You can't, can you?
No, he's not playing the right level.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, he's okay. Yeah, you can only do that with purple hybrid, I guess. Yeah, Lou's just better than purple.
So we're just completely cutting the one of Ukomon now, huh? From everything? I guess there's just like we have enough level 3 other cards that can do it, like the Goblimon and stuff.
I think the reason for the cut in this deck is because you kind of need red rookies so you can do the promo warp more often. Right. Because he's only playing 2 of the BT16 one. Yeah, that is surprising though, but I mean, I'm assuming it's just so he can warp.
Yeah, you can just do the wombo combo.
Yeah. Gary, 3rd place, also Leviah X.
Purple good stuff? Purple good stuff.
No Lord Nightmon X, so this is actually like Leviah X. Relatively similar though. There's a couple of slight differences besides that. 4 proto, not 3 like the other one. Yeah, I mean, it's still a good deck. Marcus, 2nd place, Mirage. Okay, this is air quotes pure Mirage.
Yep. Ew.
This one's
seen it 100 times.
Yeah, this one's a lot more standard. He's playing just 2 Hex and then all these. He's playing all the floodgates, dude.
Yep.
You said you ain't getting nothing.
Yep. He's playing 4 of the best rookie for the deck and then 3 floodgates. So his only jamming is the level 4 here. I mean, you'll most likely see it, so I mean, it's not a big deal.
Respect.
Yeah. Jordan with Fenry.
He should have bought a lotto ticket this day. Because you just know he was high rolling everyone. Yeah, I'm killing you.
Yeah, he had to have. Yeah, if this deck sees combo, it's very hard to stop them from killing you.
They're in there.
Yeah, there's only a few specific situations where you can actually stop them from doing it. You have to be playing certain decks too. It's not just like any deck can set up to not be lethaled. It's kind of stupid. But congrats. And where are you? Alright, we have Psycho Turtle Store Regionals. It's an interesting name.
They have a whole archetype breakdown too, which is nice.
It is. So 8 Imperial for some reason, 6 Purple Hybrid, 5 Ancient Grey, 5 Mirage, 4 Lord Knight, 3 Fenry, 3 Magna X, 2 Billstar, 2 Black Hybrid, 2 Syndromon. Okay. 2 Dark Knight, 2 Phoenix X, and then 20 other. 64 players.
I want to know what the others are. Tell me.
One of them is Galacticmon, because I got 16th place.
Why?
That's wild. That's wild.
Dude, look at
what year is this?
It's flashing 18 for the Venmons.
That's too many. You can't have that many.
Like, this is illegal. Interesting.
All right, someone send this to Caleb so he can build this.
I'm confused as to why this tie is the BT2 tie and not the starter deck tie.
I didn't even notice.
That's the first thing that stuck out to me. So I'm like,
I just saw 4 cost tie and I was like, oh yeah, it's starter deck tie.
Yeah, the ties look so similar. It's
I mean it buffs all of your guys by 1,000, but I mean, are you blocking anyone besides Galacticmon?
That 1,000 comes up, all right.
Yeah, but 2,000 comes up a lot more, especially when you get to draw a card on top of it.
Right.
Who are we to question? We've never topped the Galacticmon, okay?
I mean,
yeah, what do we know?
You got me there, dude. Congratulations, Sam. Then we have 15th place Francisco, Purple Hybrid. Oh, yo, what?
No, he's teched out.
Yeah, he's playing.
He's teching.
2 Biting, 2 Levia. Playing a Gatsumon.
He said, let me get that floodgate. It's mine now.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not losing to your BS, sir. You're
not
losing
today,
to mine.
Satan.
Yeah. I don't understand the mismemory boost. Like, I agree with Ben that I think if you're going to play any of them, Purple Memory Boost just makes more sense, because Blind Milling is not good in this deck most of the time.
Yeah.
Because, like, you just get to discard stuff for free off of, like, a lot of your stuff, so, like, you're not worried about, like, getting things into the trash.
I think Chris was wrong. This deck's playing all Ukomons.
This one is playing the Ukomon.
Well, I mean, this Purple Hybrid does play all 5. Because this version, anyway, because they just want to turn that sideways.
Yeah, I was just talking about Ancient Greymon.
Yeah.
But I think Sean's right. I think it's because because in that version, you want to Digivolve into the Agunimon.
Yeah. And then we have Bloomlord, which is definitely one of the others. Masterpiece.
There's another one of the others in the next couple decks, too.
Oh. Truby Ace, that's a card.
Yeah.
Leopard X, that's also a card. Okay, I see you.
You know what the Leopard X can do?
Yeah, it can play dudes.
It plays out the Cherubimon Ace.
Oh my god, it does. Because it's play cost.
I saw a match the other day. It was Leopard X versus it, and he played out the Cherubimon Ace. So I was like, "Holy crap, that's cheating!" And then the Cherubimon Ace played out something. I was like, "Oh no!"
Oh my god, that's so disgusting. Because his second year turn effect is optional, so you don't have to trigger it until after the Cherubi finishes its effect.
Yep.
That's kind of gross.
Yeah, you go, Cherubimon effect, play it, dude, and you're like, bounce it, kill it, bounce it.
DP reduce that guy, put that guy back in your hand, get out of here. That's really gross. I don't like this.
I don't like this.
This is not fair. This ratio is odd. 3 agility and 1 memory boost.
No, don't look at the rest of the deck, okay? We're just looking at those, the cool Leopard X Cherubimon combo. Because if you really think about this deck doesn't make sense as a Bloomlord deck, because like you should just be going into Bloomlord. You know, like that should just be your kill. Like, why are we playing a Leopard X and a Cherubimon Ace?
To put more dudes on the field, obvi.
Yeah, you're right. Obviously,
it's also removal while you're at it. It's double removal with that combo.
Who cares about removal with Bloomlord? You're just trying to kill your opponent. Spam the board real quick in one turn. Take 20 minutes doing it. Go into Bloomlord and then kill your opponent.
So if your opponent is playing aces, you do need to remove stuff. And you definitely, I think playing these cards over Hydrusi is correct, because Hydrusi's removal is end of turn. So like if your opponent has an ace set up, like you can't swing at them that turn.
Agreed. And Quantumon is I think if you are looking for like just consistent better removal, it's probably these two. And Cherubimon Ace is way more aggressive.
Yeah,
of Alliance.
Your opponent can swing into you and get blown out as well. Because I wouldn't anticipate, unless I saw it off of a reveal, I wouldn't anticipate a Cherubi being in Bloomlord. But it makes so much sense, dude. It is half green. How could we forget?
Yep.
Congrats, that's interesting. Cobra Kai, 13th place, purple hybrid.
He's okay. If you're gonna go for this name, at least do it right.
What's the correct way to do that?
He should have done with a K. Duh. It's a joke. It was a joke.
Joke, Sean.
Okay, it's spelled with a C in like the movie, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Your joke is lost on me. Yeah, this is relatively standard. Actually, it's not. The Kaiser and Lowy count is exceptionally high for this version, but what did he cut to make room for those? Oh, mats. Gross. Not 4 mats.
Matt's super good.
Yeah, he's only playing 2. I disagree. Inferno, 12th place, also purple hybrid. Oh, okay, this guy's playing the Mill Impmon.
Also more blind milling.
Yeah. The one of Argo.
4 Jack Raid?
Yeah, 4 Jack Raid. Only 2 mats here too. I disagree with that.
He's too good of a card.
It's one of the best cards in the deck. Like, I think you should be playing at least 6 Koichis, but I think you should be playing 4 of this mat, like, in this version.
I dig it.
Billstar, also purple hybrid.
Oh.
Yeah, this is basically what we've been looking at.
Yeah, it looks just like the other list, yeah.
Definitely interested in putting that together, but I'd have to get so many cards for it.
No.
Taco is Love, D-Brigade.
This is one of the other techs.
Oh my god, yeah, it is. How did this win?
It swarmed the board real quick and then controlled your opponent with Serafi Ace. I don't know. I mean, there were some turns of playing against Caleb where when he went into Brigadramon, he spat out like 3 bodies. 2 or 3 bodies. Like, this deck can swarm, and if you can't answer it all right away, like, it'll just kill you.
So purely out of curiosity, I want to know how expensive the memory setter mat is.
It's expensive.
Bro. It's pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So the OG printing the BT2, release booster. Anyway,
rare.
Yeah, the rare is $750, about $8 if you want verified.
Mm-hmm.
The tournament pack with the full color, but it's not foil, $9 verified. The RB1 is $7 verified. That's got to be one of the most expensive cards in that set.
It's up there.
You're telling me RB did not drop that? Did not drop the price of that? What the heck?
The box topper is $15 verified.
Oh, they were $30 for a while. I sold all of mine for $30.
That's crazy.
Those are the ones with the blue background, right?
Yeah, the blue background, purple mat. Yep.
Yeah.
And I like that one the best, but for some reason,
of course,
blue. It's the only glossy one besides the RB print.
Man, if they would have made the tournament packs like foil, that would have been sick.
It would have been the best printing if those tournament packs were foil. All right. One of the Imperial players managed to top. Hey, good for you, Miguel.
That's Imperial.
So this is a store tournament. I wonder if some of these people went into this being like, this one dude, he's pretty good. He plays D Brigade. I'm going to have a Death X-Mon in my Imperial list.
Just in case.
Just in case. Guess I get paired up. 2 Hexablau. Interesting. 4 Davis and Ken. Good job. 8th place, it's Jason, Lord Nightmon X. Hey, let's go. Playing double pillow.
He saw your list.
I always wonder that whenever I see like text that I'm playing that I rarely see. He's playing 2 Death X.
Don't you mean literally every time you see a deck in the DCGO sim?
Is this my list?
Is this my list?
Hey, sometimes it actually is. It's a legitimate question.
Hey, sometimes it's not your list.
Yeah, sometimes it's not. I feel like these people definitely knew that there was a D Brigade player because this guy's playing. People rarely play Death X and Lord Knight, and this guy's playing 2.
This guy's so good, you better tech in Death X. He is the best player in the whole world, and he just likes to play D Brigade.
I feel like it's quite possible, because, I mean, this is a store regional, so, like, he could just be one of their better players, and, like, he just likes D Brigade. Or an equivalent type of deck. Because this is the first time I've seen 2 Death X in a list that wasn't, like, mommy control in a long time.
Right.
And even then, like, a lot of times they only run 1. But congrats. Another Imperial, Lan. Or maybe that was Ian? Nope, it's Lan. No!
Oh my god!
It's a bank!
I accidentally clicked the ad, dude. It tricked me. It popped up as I was going to click.
Yep. That's Imperial.
That is Imperial. 4 Davis and Ken. Ancient Gray, 6th place. I don't want to butcher your name.
That's Ancient Gray.
It is Ancient Gray. The old one of Graph Crush gets him every time.
Yeah, plus the Atomic Inferno.
Mm-hmm.
Hit him with the one time.
Mirage Galaxy.
Not consistent.
Yeah, I don't think this deck is what everybody says it is, I just don't see it, man.
It's not Turbo AIDS, dude. This deck doesn't just touch itself for 5 minutes on their turn.
I think it's perfectly fine, and it should never see the list.
Yeah, dude. This card, fair and balanced. This engine, fair and balanced.
Fair and balanced. That Red Tamer, fair and balanced.
Fair and balanced, dude. The fact that it just generically evos into anything, fair and balanced.
Both of those floodgates, fair and balanced.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're not running the memory blocker. It's just cost reduction and play by effect. It's really strange that a lot of these topping lists have tech specifically that would hurt D Brigade and not like a lot of the meta decks.
Is that just a symptom of the format?
I think it's a symptom of the store.
the conspiracy that we've started that this D Brigade player is so good at their locals that they all are like, we have to make sure we tech against him.
I have
you think he's just been running roughshod over them for like years with D Brigade, and they're like, we're done. Yeah. We're done with this.
I feel like he definitely could be bullying them.
It's like one of those times where we'll get a comment question. It's like, man, how do I deal with this very hyper-specific matchup? This guy keeps rolling us. It's this guy with D Brigade.
Yeah. This is a air quotes pure Mirage list. Pretty.
I don't know, man. I see a Hexblow in there. I see 2 level 5s that are not Mirage.
That's why I said air quotes.
I don't know, man.
This is what people call pure Mirage now because of the Galaxy version.
Get this off our screen.
Gladly.
Freaking blue dog.
Liam with purple hybrid. Okay, this is the Mind Link version.
Yeah, this is the Control-E version.
Yeah. The Mind Link tamers make more sense in this version than they do in the low to the ground version, because a lot of times you're not swinging to pass turn or before you pass turn, but I don't know, man. I mean, this guy did well, but I just think this is an inferior version. And he has jamming, I guess.
He do be jamming.
He do be jamming, dude. Congrats. And then we have Barkamist with blue hybrid. He's not playing any Ancient Garus, though. He's playing 4 Hexablaumons.
Yeah, you know what? This makes sense, though, because the Kumamon line is definitely the best, in my opinion, out of all the new ones.
Yeah, this screams like it would be New Age BT7 blue hybrid. With all the Tommies, all the Kumas. This is modern blue hybrid. Not ancient, blue hybrid.
Yeah. I wonder if this is going to see a resurgence, because this is...
Here you go, Chris. This is more your speed. You like playing blue hybrid, right?
Do you have money to drop on the other 2 Hexablaus you'd need for this deck?
Nope.
How much are they sitting at right now?
You'd have to check on that, but I'm sure the regular art is at least 20.
I mean, I have the monies. Do I want to spend the monies on it? No.
No.
Alt art $40. Oh no. Oh no.
Regular super?
Oh my god.
Bought out, question mark?
The only verified are $60.
Okay. Bought out.
Never mind, Chris. Don't do
Chris,
that.
I ask again. Do you have the money to buy the other
Again,
fancy?
I have the monies, but I'm not going to buy them.
That's fair.
I mean, at that point, you might as well just go buy the alt art verified for $65. They have 2 of them.
Is that the lowest verified alt art?
It is.
Jesus, dude. Okay.
Imagine you being that expensive and you don't even get played in your own deck. It's other decks.
Yeah. You're just like...
Yeah, imagine you get played like that for being a tech.
So dumb. It's because people don't want to open that set. That's the whole reason that's expensive, is because that set sucks. So nobody wants to open it.
It's the only card in there that's like legitimately worth something, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Central's not worth crap. Vortex Warriors ain't worth crap.
I mean,
I'm gonna look it up.
Some of those cards have value, but it's for the same reason the Hex has value. And it's because the set isn't opened. Because none of them are good. Every archetype out of that set is kind of mad trash awful.
Oh my god, no, he is straight up the most expensive card. If you're not counting the chase rares, he's the most expensive card.
Oh hey!
The only card that even comes close is Lilith X at 30.
Yeah.
He's playing the one of Loey. He's like, hey, if I can hybrid, I'll hybrid you for game.
I'll do it.
That makes sense.
Can you go into combo with him? I mean, if you have the pieces.
No, he doesn't discard anything.
Okay, I didn't think so.
I mean, you would have to Evo on top of him with one of your souls in order to combo with him.
Right. Okay.
You could do, but
that's all I'm thinking is if like you just Digivolve up into it and like you can try and do the line from there.
Yeah, you could if you. Oh, you mean like if he's Evoed on top of a Tamer?
Yeah.
You would have to have you'd have to have the Skull Beluchis in your hand in order to do it.
Okay. So it's possible. I mean, it could be one of those things where it's like, hey, I'm missing a piece, and like I can go into it from here if I like through a different line, or it's just hybrid for game.
Yeah, you definitely can. Yeah, another Fenry deck. Congratulations to Gray. And then we have this is Eagle's Nest Win a Box. This is 2.0, but with LM legal, so that means scrambles and dual memory boost. So this is actually, for those of you that don't know, going to be our Nationals format.
So they already have access to this?
They were proxying.
Oh.
41 players. They had 5 rounds. So we have...
Cool, I guess.
8th place Mirage. I mean, it makes sense. Like, me and Ben are about to start grinding for Nats testing. So, I mean, it's cool to have, like, a place where you could test for Nationals format if you're going to Nationals.
I love how they only have to change out, like, 2 cards.
Yeah. This will be the deck that takes advantage of Bond.
This and the Galaxy variant is also going to be playing Bond because they can have, like, a billion sources.
A billion sources. Yep.
Yeah. So he's playing...
I might build Metalga Bond once we get that card.
But
you'll be playing a worse version.
Heck yeah.
So he's playing 2 Scrambles and 1 Gabu Bond as the new cards.
We got all these new cards. I only need like 3.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what archetypes end up putting in the Scrambles, because like I am definitely going to be putting them in Lord Nightmon X, but I don't think I would put them in like Angels, for example. I mean, I could change my mind, but like I just don't see the reason right now.
Right.
Mun Fusion 7th place, Lord Nightmon X. We're going to see 2 purple Scrambles for surezies in here. Yup.
What? No way.
I am surprised he doesn't have another card in here. So normally, because of the Scrambles effect, you see a Rush Gilmon in this deck. That way, like, if your opponent, like, cleared your board, you can scramble out the Rush Gilmon, and then, like, if you have enough stuff set up, you could potentially, like, combo them on that turn. So I'm surprised that's not in here. I would have made room for it as a one-of. But yeah, 2 Scrambles. Also, he's not playing 4 Protoform. I feel like this is a budget thing, which is surprising since there's 2 Ruin Modes in here. I mean, it's understandable, but like it's definitely not optimal. Ancient Gray.
This guy said, "To hell with your 2.0. I'm playing Raging Greymon.
Like, I'm not proxying anything.
I'm not changing nothing."
Yeah.
I mean, what do you really need to in that deck?
I don't think there's anything I mean,
this deck will stand the test of time. This Mirage.
You could do Scrambles, I think, in Red Hybrid, but I think you'd have to be playing the Gigas Germon or whatever it's called in order to really make full use of it.
The only thing I can think of is Bond. That'd be the only card. Because doesn't he delete based on DP?
He does, yeah.
So you could, like, Aldemon after burning Greymon. That's 6k extra DP.
Yeah, you could do that, because he only evos for 3. So, I mean... Yeah, you could just pop something, then pop something else, and then potentially lethal them. Because I think he trashes a card on the swing if you have a Tamer, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
that deck is the reason why Red will never get any better, because it'll just keep consistently topping, and we'll never get like better Red stuff, because they're like, Red sees result.
Deck,
yeah.
I mean, they're steadily releasing Red Hybrid support. It's gotten like 2 or 3 consecutive waves of support for some reason. 5th place, Fenry.
Or Agu. Poor Agumon. I remember when this was Agumon.net game.
Oh, okay, this is the old...
Oh, this is just regular Finnery.
Yeah, this is BT14 Finnery. Okay. He's like, man, I'm not playing that stupid stuff. Give me BT14. I want to
play my OG combo.
Way. Yeah.
Hey, he's also not playing any new cards.
Yeah, in this version, there's really no reason to.
Yeah.
Because I was looking for the dual memory boost, and I was like, he's not playing any, and then it took me a second to register he's not playing Tamagotchi. Yeah. But congrats, dude. Another guy that did not want to proxy anything, IDBW. Then we have fourth place.
I can't wait to get Wisteria memory boost.
That sounds so similar to Listeria that I just feel like it was a poor name choice.
Ah, Cherubimon.
Not wrong.
Interesting. Oh, it's BT7. Dude, I'm so used to saying the
yeah.
I did not recognize that was BT7 Cherub.
This is like OG Purple Hybrid.
It is.
He's playing some kind of loop here.
Okay.
Right? Because he's playing that dual tamer, or they're not a dual tamer, but you know what I'm talking. I mean.
Yeah, that
purple.
Okay, so there's some kind of mummy loop action happening here.
With Lilith, yeah.
It's
definitely some kind of loop.
It's not a mill loop though. I think it's just like I'm gonna try to swing at you a bunch of times in one turn and keep you into ruin mode, maybe. Yeah, I would have to have someone explain to me what the point of this deck is. Like, I can guess, but
yeah, we have an idea, but it's like, how are they gonna?
I think the Cherub is only in here to play back a tamer for free, because like you can pop it, but like you're not getting any massive benefit for it because like no rush rookies are in the deck.
Right.
That's an interesting. Yeah, this guy cooked a lot.
Also, no new cards, right?
Yeah, no new cards in that. Then we have third place, Nice or Nace. This is restricted Finnery. We can't see it. Okay. Then we have purple hybrid Mako Killer or Mako Killer. No new cards.
Nice.
This is great 2.0.
Nice.
No LM needed. Yeah, playing the low to the ground purple hybrid version. Then we have Magnetimon with Lord Nightmon X purple. No Rush Gilmon. I'm shocked because I know we're going to see some scrambles.
Is this Sean's deck, Grand Kawagamon?
No, I've seen people start talking about teching this and the Argomon. 2 scrambles, no Rush Gilmon. Disappoint.
Whack.
Yeah, I disagree. I think you do need to play these in the Lord Nightmon X deck, but I think if you are, there's no reason not to make room for a 1 of Rush Gilmon. Because you can also just randomly kill people with it, like even if you're not scrambling it out, you can just play it back off Cerberus X and just kill people.
Alright.
Indeed.
Yeah, I mean, these techs are obviously they're for any hybrid matchup, but I feel like purple hybrid's one of the more annoying matchups to play into.
Yeah.
He's playing
100%.
X. Like, he's playing 3 different answers to Tamers. He's only playing 3 protoforms. Hard disagree here. 4 or nothing. Super disagree with this. He must be one of those people that just says, I draw it every game. I don't need to play 4. Must be nice.
Yeah, what do I need it for? I always have it.
Yeah, must be nice, dude. But congrats. That was the last one. Weekly reveals. It's apparently been a couple weeks since we did this. I didn't realize there were this many reveals. Pumpkin Mom. On play, when Digivolving, return 1 NSO trait card from your trash to the hand. On deletion, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4k for the turn. Inheritable on deletion, recovery +1.
Okay. That's alright.
Yeah. It's also a DNA, I just realized. A yellow level 4.
Oh, yeah, it is.
A purple or red level 4.
Okay, I mean, at least it's nice to have more generic DNAs.
Yeah, that's surprising.
That's a pretty good plus.
I didn't know Pumpkinmon was a DNA.
Shit, news to me, too.
Yeah, then these are alt arts. Then we have Gomamon. On play over the top 3 cards of your deck, add a card with the DS trait and 1 card with the Sea Beast or a Plesiosaur trait among them to the hand. Turn the rest to the bottom of the deck. Inheritable when attacking once per turn. If you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, draw 1.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure this will be good for the decks that it goes in.
Ideally, yeah.
I mean, we did say that these archetype-specific decks need searchers.
Yeah. And Inheritable is not bad either.
That's a good point, Brandon. I forgot about that. Yeah, these like tri or quad color decks, they need searchers like this.
Yeah, yep. Not to mention he also just works in his own deck, which is very nice. Because he can search out the Sea Beast and Plesiosaurs.
He himself is a Sea Beast, which is cool because he can search himself.
Yep.
In addition to him being a DS trait, but I was thinking like in a Plesiosaur archetypal variant. And then we have Dolphmon. No effect. Inheritable when attacking once per turn. If you have 7 or fewer cards in your hand, draw 1.
Yeah, I think the upside here is he evos for 1, basically no matter what.
Oh.
And he's only 4 to drop as well, which isn't too bad.
Okay.
For level 4.
Yeah, I didn't notice his 1 to evo cost. That's a good point. He's searchable from the Goma because he is a DS trait, but he's not a Sea Beast or a Plesiosaur. Then we have higher quality Tocado from EX2. These seem cool, but I feel like just the regular alt arts are going to be better for all these cards.
I agree, but I do like those. I like the way they look.
Yeah,
I like the year. I like how it says the year. That's nice.
I was wondering what that was behind him, because of the sample on here, there's just so much going on. I'd have to see these in person to really have like a good opinion.
Understanding of the art.
Yeah. Marine Devimon has Scapegoat. When attacking once per turn, if you have 1 or more memory, you may play 1 level 4 or lower Digimon card with the DS, Mollusk, or Crustacean trait from your trash without paying the cost. Inheritable on deletion, you may play 1 level 4 or lower Digimon card with the DS, Mollusk, or Crustacean trait from your trash without paying the cost.
Man, I guess just screw you if you evoed into him and it put you at 0.
Yup. Get wrecked. That's so... What a weird stipulation.
Yeah, that's a very weird restriction.
They just be doing stuff, man. That's like that one card that requires you to be at like 0 memory specifically or something.
Yeah.
Demi-Meramon, inheritable when attacking once per turn. This Digimon has the Nightmare Soldier's trait. By trashing 1 card in your hand, delete 1 of your opponent's level 3 Digimon.
I mean, I guess that's okay if you want to delete like a Floodgate.
Yeah, I'm assuming Floodgates may hinder this deck, so I mean, it's easy out to them. We have Takuya. Alright, then we have Callusmon. This is also a DNA. So it's green or purple level 5 and a red or yellow level 5. Then
So I guess they're giving these archetypes DNAs, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think giving DNAs to anything instantly makes them better. Because that many more avenues to victory they can take.
Yeah.
When Digivolving, suspend 1 of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers and return 1 of their suspended Tamers to the bottom of the deck. Your turn, for each color in this Digimon's evolution cards, it gets 1,000 DP, while your opponent has no Digimon with equal or higher DP. This Digimon gets piercing and security attack +1.
Honestly, honestly not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, he outs a Tamer.
Yep.
Assuming you suspend 1 of their Tamers, but you can also just like suspend 1 of their Digimon. Then he gets kind of big, and then if he's bigger than everything, he can swing over their suspended Digimon for 2 checks.
I mean, yeah, just having generic Tamer removal too, like You don't have to suspend a Digimon. You can just target the Tamer and then bot deck the Tamer. But if they already have a suspended Tamer, then you get even more plus, because then you can hit the Digimon.
Yeah, and
I like it.
I can't help but notice that this guy, like, neither one of these DNAs
are DNA-specific effects.
Yeah, none of their effects require them to be DNA evoed into, which is cool.
Yeah, that is like one of the better parts.
You can play this in Lord Nightmon X if you wanted to.
Oh God.
Just saying. Yeah, it's an interesting card. Then we have Penguinmon. Your turn when this Digimon would Digivolve into a Digimon card with the Ice Snow trait. Reduce the Evo cost by 1. Rule trait has Ice Snow trait, or Ice Snow type. Inheritable when attacking. Give one of your opponent's Digimon security attack -1 until the end of their turn.
I mean, it seems like a pretty okay generic, like, blue rookie for that deck.
Yeah.
It doesn't give him protection, not that good.
That is true.
It's not great. I mean, also, like, the whole when you would Digivolve reduce by 1, that means you're promoting the rookie and then having to go into it.
That is true.
That's like that was the worst part about the fun Beemon while playing Bees, is I always wanted to build in the raising area so I could promote and then go into my queen.
Yeah.
But it just seems like it's I don't know, maybe it's better in this deck, but...
For effects like this, they're like forcing you to play like scrambles and trainings and memory boosts so you can promote your rookie and then just go all the way up.
Yep. And now, Sean, for something completely different. Iceclad in yellow?
Oh no.
Frigimon. Iceclad, on play when Digivolving, trash the bottom 2 sources of one of your opponent's Digimon. Then if your opponent has no Digimon with sources, gain 1 memory. Inheritable when attacking, give one of your opponent's Digimon security attack -1 until the end of the turn. Until the end of their turn.
So, if you promote that level 3 and then Digivolve into this, it's effectively 0 if your opponent doesn't have any Digimon.
Yes.
Basically, yeah.
It is.
Yeah, okay. That's not bad. That's not bad.
That is not bad. Huh. That is interesting. I'm trying to think of like what
still,
decks you could put this in, but
you're still as fragile as a wet paper towel.
Yeah, that is true.
Hey, that wet paper towel can take down a mother. You watch yourself.
True.
Then we have the alt art from Marcus Damon. This might be the only one that I end up liking over the other one. And it's only because this one probably has texture on it, and the current alt art is a box topper that doesn't.
I don't know why, but when you said his name, the first thing I thought in my head was Marcus Damon. Like Matt Damon. It's just the way you said it, man.
Then we have Capurimon. Cool or whatever. Inheritable when this Digimon checks a face-up security card, this Digimon gains jamming for the turn.
Yo, what? Why are they making Black Tamas just bad?
They are all...
This deck better be able to put their security face up.
It does.
It does, but I know what I'm about to swing into. So I'm gonna need. Yeah, why do I need jamming? Unless I'm unsuspending and doing it again.
That way, you could swing at security with jamming as like a level 3 and knock out their big boy.
Yeah.
And then your other dude, he doesn't have jamming, so you can hit it anyway. You know.
Why doesn't this just say jamming?
That's Blue's thing, Chris. Remember, Black hits everybody else's stuff with excess steps that are not worth jumping through the hoops to do.
Yeah.
So dumb.
Hover Espeon, which I believe is this little guy right here.
Level 3.
Level 4.
No, level 4. Wait, do they not have a level 3?
Not in this little group here.
Okay, maybe we'll get them later.
When Digivolving, place your opponent's top face-down security card face-up. End of attack once per turn, draw 1. Inheritable all turns, Digimon gets 1000 DP. So now we know why they have jamming is because its archetypes have blue.
Yeah. So basically, if I'm getting this correctly, if they have, let's say, 5 security, and the first 2 security are face up, when you go into this, it's going to flip the 3rd security face up because it's the first face down security.
Yep, that's exactly how it works. which is cool. That means they can start stacking stuff to where like they know exactly what's in your security.
Right.
Not saying this deck's going to be good, but Oblivimon, security effect. This is the face-up security effect. End of opponent's turn. Play this card without paying the cost. When digivolving, place your opponent's top face-down security card face-up. Your turn, when any of your Digimon checks a face-up security card, you may place this Digimon's top card face-up as your bottom security card. Inheritable, your turn. This Digimon's attack target can't be changed.
Pretty good.
Yeah, guess what this is support for? Take a guess, Chris.
Machinedramon.
It's a cycle.
It is Machine.
It is a black.
It is Machinedramon. It is Machinedramon.
A nice mother control deck.
Too bad my attack can't be changed.
So anyway, swing for like 4 checks or whatever.
Hey, Robbie read this card and said, "Never again will I be stopped by Shogun."
I mean, oh, okay. I was thinking of his match with Ben where he beat himself by giving his stacks collision.
That too, yeah.
That's kind of funny because you can give your stack collision and this overrides the collision.
That's funny.
I think your opponent is still forced to block. It just doesn't do anything, if I'm not mistaken, but I'd have to look into that. I mean, obviously it wouldn't do anything besides suspend their guy, but this actually seems pretty good. I think you would probably play this as a one-of in Machinedramon.
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to have. You don't always have to go into it, but yeah.
Yeah. Then we have...
I mean, we also cannot forget what his first effect is. Like, it's not going to be nearly as good in Machinedramon, but just being able to further flip up security could also come up in, like, Machinedramon, for example. Because it is... Oh, no, it's Wind Digivolving. Never mind. I thought it was on-play Wind Digivolving. Never mind. Ignore me.
Nah, yeah, in the current variants, you don't play level 4s. Well, I guess if you're playing Raramon, which a lot of people are, you could potentially get this effect off. Invisimon, security. This is face-up security effect. End of opponent's turn, play this card without paying the cost. On play / when digivolving, de-evo 2 one of your opponent's Digimon and place your opponent's top face-down security card face-up. Then delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 1 or fewer sources. Your turn, when any of your Digimon check a face-up security card, you may place this Digimon's top card face-up as your bottom security card. And that is, I think it's this guy.
Yeah, I think it's that guy.
Yeah.
That's pretty okay.
Yeah, it seems interesting. It's a SR for BT20, so this will be in our 2.5 set we get in February.
Yeah. That's one of the more interesting Tamer designs, too. He's just... a robot.
Yeah, that is not a dude. That's a robot.
That is Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto.
And we have Raidenmon. On play / when digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 7 or less. That is currently all level 6 aces and below. All turns when this Digimon would leave the battle area, you may play one Cyborg or Machine Trade Digimon card with a play cost of 11 or less from this Digimon's sources without paying the cost. You digicross this guy -2 with Raigenmon, Fujinmon, and Sujinmon. So you can.
Oh, so that's what this deck is for. Okay.
Yeah, so you can play him for 6 with those guys. I believe those were in BT9, the original ones we got.
So we're probably going to get more.
I'm assuming, yeah. I would hope so.
I mean, we said the same thing about Hina, and we know how that went.
I was literally thinking that.
Yeah.
Altia is a memory setter. Start your main phase by placing one black Digimon card with the Cyborg or Machine trait with a play cost of 4 or less from your hand or trash as the bottom source of one of your Digimon with such trait. Place your opponent's top face-down security card face up. Inheritable security, play this, or not inheritable, security effect, play it without paying the cost.
You could play this in Machinedramon too.
The only thing it would tuck though currently is Raramon, unless you played aces in the deck.
Oh, it's a 4 or less place. Oh, okay.
Yeah, cool. I think they did that on purpose to keep you from putting this in Machinedramon.
I will say this: This deck screams Caleb all over it.
Hey, you heard us, Caleb. Now you have to build it.
Oh no, he's building this deck. This has his name all over it.
It does.
I think that was the cards he was showing us yesterday.
Was it?
Yeah, they're Burimon. And the Hover Espeon.
We have Gilmon X. On play / Vintage Evolving, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Growlmon or Gallantmon in its name and 1 X antibody among them to the hand. Put the rest on the bottom of the deck.
Thank God, about time.
Inheritable. Your turn, once per turn, when any of your opponent's Digimon are deleted, gain 1 memory. Hey, look, it's a good Gilmon X, dude. Imagine.
That's what I'm saying. Finally.
It only took them like 3 years. Yeah, well, they get protection eventually in this new line, but
like
the level 4 still won't give protection.
The Geo X that we have right now is trash.
It is. It's not played. If you do play it, your deck is suboptimal. I actually think they're going in the right direction with protection effects and not making it part of your sources with how popular source strip cards are. Because you kind of just lose to those matchups if that's what you're relying on.
That was the downside. It was great.
Yeah, but
Screw Blue.
Nobody likes Blue.
I made Deshaun.
Holy cow!
Deshaun? Who was it?
Is he swole?
Yeah, Deshaun, right?
Yes,
yeah.
Deshaun.
I made him rage because he finally came back to play Digimon 1 week, and he brought full power like Black War, and because you were also going around playing Black War, I had teched in the blue option card that let me snipe out 1 source, and gave my dude DP. So I literally went, all right, strip your source, Metal Garu X, unsuspend, bound your whole stack. He goes, is that how that works? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, hate this game.
All right, Brand, be quiet. We gotta look at how shredded. Absolutely. Why is this Growlmon hitting the gym that hard? Holy cow.
He is a little ripped. I don't know why.
He is on so much protein right now.
Listen, if X antibody gives the women some real Doban Hankaroos, all right, obviously the X antibody gives these dinosaurs abs.
Yeah,
how much protein is Staccato putting in that damn bread?
I'm pretty sure it gave him a mullet too.
It did. He's got like some kind of long hair going.
What is going on?
Growlmon X. When Digivolving, draw 1 and trash 1 card in your hand. Then if Growlmon or X antibody is in the Digimon sources, this Digimon gains on deletion. You may play 1 card with Gilmon in its name from your trash without paying the cost till the end of your opponent's turn. Inheritable your turn once per turn. When any of your opponent's Digimon are deleted, gain 1 memory.
Man, it's a good thing they learned from Garu X, right?
I like some of these effects. I don't like the card as a whole. I think it's okay.
I think you'd probably play it. It sucks because it only evos for 0 on top of Growlmon specifically, and Black Growlmon is still a card you're probably going to want to play 4 of just because it's so good. But
that's what I'm saying. I don't know if I would play it because that Black Growlmon, that whole line is still goated.
Yeah, I feel like you would if it were me, just building this deck in my head, just rough draft. It's 4 Black Growlmon, 4 of this guy, and like 2 of the BT12 Growlmon. And I would probably be playing Proto form.
Of course.
Yeah, because it lets you evo into this guy for 2 memory.
Hey Bandai, can we get a reprint 10 design box thing where it comes with Proto form and Hexplow?
Can we get a JKLOL Sorry LM set that has all the cards you took out of it that were supposed to be reprinted?
Yo, that art
okay with them being like I'd be okay if they did it in like the next tournament pack, like you know how we get the Magna Garus and stuff.
That'd be nice, yeah. Literally,
they'd probably be common, but you know maybe the winter pack comes with the stamp and its foil.
I mean, it's better than them being $40 cards.
Yep.
So Gallantmon X, tricolor card that also evos on top of all 3 of its colors.
I love this art. I love it.
Evos on top of Gallantmon
for the art.
When Digivolving / when attacking, not once per turn, If Gallantmon or X antibody is in this Digimon's sources, this Digimon gets plus 4,000 DP, and one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4,000 DP until the end of their turn. And then when Digivolving / end of attack once per turn, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 10,000 DP or less. If this effect didn't delete, trash your opponent's top security card, and this Digimon unsuspends. All turns while you have 0 or less memory, this Digimon isn't affected by the effects of your opponent's Digimon.
You know what? I really like this card because you can literally see with each line the color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue is unsuspend, yellow is DP reduction, and red is the DP deletion. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is interesting because it now gives them a way to play around being aced for most of the time. This is on the board. The only time you can be aced is if you're dumb enough to swing while not passing turn.
Yeah. What's unfortunate for
Other than that, it's like basically untouchable by Digimon.
What's unfortunate for them is it's very easy for your opponent to pass turn while using a Digimon effect to kill this guy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like hard play Cherubi, give you how much ever memory. Play a dude. Kill it.
Yeah.
Or just hard play Cherubi, give him X amount of DP, do something else to pass turn. He dies now.
Digivolve into Ancient Garu, passing memory to 1, bounce it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Tap Mat Tai, gain a memory, it's my turn again.
That is how that works.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a little less sold on it now that we're talking.
I still like it.
I think it's better. Cool. It's better than nothing because it lets them swing at your security with impunity. But yeah, there's obviously some downsides to it.
Downsides, yeah. All right, now here's what your Black Agumon turns into.
Sag. Dark Tyrannomon. On play / when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Tamers. Then one of their Tamers can't unsuspend until the end of their turn. Inheritable is Retail.
I mean, Tamer Hate is pretty okay. And in fact, it's on play and when Digivolving, so you get both.
I mean, you can't play it and then when Digivolve it at the same time.
I'm just saying, like, it's both. It's not one or the other.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
At least it has both.
I wouldn't call this Tamer Hate. I would call this, like, Tamer Dislike.
Yeah, I was going to say, just poking it.
Yeah.
This is Tamer Side-Eye, just...
Yeah.
What you doing?
This is Tamer Passive Aggressive. Metal Tyrannomon. On play / when Digivolving, you may suspend one Digimon. Then if this Digimon is suspended, de-evo one of your opponent's Digimon, and this Digimon can't be returned to the hand or deck by your opponent's effects, or be affected by de-evo effects until the end of their turn. And then inheritable all turns, once per turn. When this Digimon deletes your opponent's Digimon in battle, trash their top security card.
Great, so my opponent can just attack over this? Cool.
This is a cyborg, by the way.
Of course.
Just putting that out there. It's another inheritable that lets you trash your opponent's top security card.
Is his protection worded wrong?
Where?
Because it says it's unaffected until the end of their turn. Is that implying the opponent's turn? Or is it implying only your turn?
It's your opponent's turn.
Okay.
Because it's saying by your opponent's effects or be affected until the end of their turn.
Okay.
So it's already referred to your opponent.
Is that just one of those things where they're reducing the amount of text they're putting on the cards by consolidating it?
Yeah, I would assume.
Because it used to say until the end of your opponent's turn, or the end of your opponent's turn.
The reason why it's not saying opponents there for the second time is because that's all one sentence, and it already referred to the opponent at the beginning of it.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Good grammar is good, I guess.
It's reasonable grammar, which is about all we can expect from the localization team. No offense to the localization team.
The team. Remember, we've already been through this. It's one guy.
Localization dude who's overworked another day.
Or gal.
Yeah, or lady person. We never know. Another Tagiru from BT12. Okay. Yeah. Candlemon. On deletion, gain 1 memory. Inheritable, your turn. This Digimon gets 2,000 DP.
Okay.
Yo, this would going hard in like 1.0 format.
Right.
It's
swing with it, get a memory. I mean, people literally played that Guillaumon because it died and gained a memory.
You mean Biomon?
Biomon. Yeah,
this is power creeped Biomon from 1.0. Or 1.5 actually, I think is when that card came out.
Yeah.
Either way.
Funny.
On play / on deletion, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 DP or less, and heritable your turn, this Digimon gets 2,000 DP. Not a when Digivolving effect. Can't help but notice.
What is that, a Marimon? Oh, it's Marimon.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Oh, sorry, I forgot Marimon. Didn't mean to skip that.
Man, you know, it really sucks when you're a fan of a really cool looking Digimon and all of its cards are just god awful. I can't think of off the top of my head one good Marimon that wasn't just Digivolves for one.
You know, it's funny.
Purple Marimon.
That was the one I was thinking of when you were talking about good ones. That was the first one that popped into my head.
Yeah, just because he evoed for one, and he was good for turbo stacks.
Yeah.
I love Marimon. I love his design. He's just a walking dude made of flames with a stitched closed mouth. Like, that's metal as hell.
His design is cool. However, I do recall him getting kind of bodied in the show, if I'm not mistaken.
Everybody gets bodied in the show. Yeah. Agumon gets bodied. War Greymon gets bodied.
I don't think Black War gets bodied.
Black War gets bodied.
Okay, well.
By his feelings.
Yeah, he just gets his feels, dude. Just have all these feelings. Skull Marimon, Nilla with the inheritable security attack +1.
See, I'm okay with this one because I think Blue Marimon's cooler than Skull Marimon.
I'm curious what but this is clearly filler archetype, but I'm curious what the boss monster is.
We'll probably get to it eventually, but I don't think it's today.
And a future potential alt art that looks like a tamer. Cool. Waymon. This is another random DNA. It is a blue level 4 and black or purple level 4. And then
this is for the Deep Sabers.
Yeah, the Gomon deck. On play / when Digivolving, you may place one Digimon card with the Deep Saver trait from your trash as its Digimon's bottom source. End of attack, once per turn, you may play one Deep Saver trait Digimon card with a play cost of 5 or less from this Digimon sources without paying the cost. Inheritable, your turn, this Digimon's attack target can't change.
Not bad.
This is not a cyborg.
That's really good.
Oh.
No.
It's infinitely worse.
Yeah.
This is probably my favorite of the generic DNAs. Just because you can tuck anything as long as it has this trait. Yeah, there's no restriction on that.
Yeah.
And then end of attack, you get to play something out, which is pretty nice.
Well, I was going to say you could tuck something and give it jamming and then just pluck it back out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be the concept. Yeah. Although I don't remember seeing a jamming DS yet, but I'm sure they'll get one.
Well, yeah, no, because it's any DS. Yeah.
Alright. Plesiomon. That looks pretty cool.
I like that art.
Yeah, that's cool art.
He's over there with Atlantis.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, this looks kind of like an Atlantis kind of thing. When Digivolving, you may play one level 4 or lower Digimon card from this Digimon sources without paying the cost. Your turn once per turn. When any of your Digimon are played or de-evo, if any of them have the DS trait, do what?
It's just Digivolve. It's not de-evo.
I'm stoned. You are correct. I was so confused by that. Sorry, let me read that again. When any of your Digimon are played or Digivolve, if any of them have the DS trait, 2 of your Digimon may DNA Digivolve into a Digimon card with the DS trait in your hand. Then that DNA Digivolve Digimon may attack.
Oh, that's really nice.
Okay, so now we know where they have like 5 DNAs now.
Right.
So this guy can poop out a level 4 and immediately DNA into something and swing at you.
That's pretty good.
It is interesting.
Kind of seems like what Nature Spirit should have been.
Yeah. Because their boss monster poops out dudes as they're level 7. Interesting. Then we have Aegistramon. So he is a DNA Evo. He has 2 different requirements. Either blue or purple level 6 with a black or yellow level 6, or Plesiomon specifically with a level 5 with Seedramon in the name.
Oh, a level 5.
Is this the other part of the Seedramon deck?
I think so.
I guess so. Yeah, it looks like it.
When Digivolving, return 14 play cost total worth of your opponent's Digimon to the bottom of the deck. If
Love that.
DNA Digivolving, you may play 12 play cost totals worth of DS trait Digimon from this Digimon's sources without paying the cost.
Oh.
All turns, while you have one or more memory, none of your Digimon with the DS trait are affected by the effects of your opponent's Digimon. While you have one or less memory, none of your opponent's Digimon's on-play effects can activate.
Okay, well, they can't Cherub.
You can Evo into it.
Oh, you can Evo into it, but I'm just saying they can't just...
Yeah, I can't just slam it on you. That is...
That guard is not bad.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty solid boss monster. That's a little scary.
I mean, it's still affectable while you have one... Or while you have memory. If you're going into it. Like, if you're trying to kill it, you have to have memory to kill it. Because it would be while you have one or more, he's unaffected by stuff. So if I Evo into, again, the Ancient Garu, and I keep turn at one memory, I can still bounce it. But, I mean, he's probably going to have like 5 or 6 different things next to him, but you pick up what I'm putting down.
Yeah.
It's opposite Gallantmon.
It is. Yeah, this guy's pretty scary.
I like it. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, just being able to play a bunch of dudes is crazy.
While bot decking, attempting to bot decking potentially.
That's what.
Dudes.
Yeah. And I like that. It's just like with Crimson Mode Ace. It's not just something 14k or less. It's like up to a total play cost of 14.
Yeah.
So it's multiple potential bodies.
Yeah, wide and tall.
I do like how
effects.
Yeah, I do like if you have to raw Evo into them, you're still bot decking stuff. It's just really good if you DNA, because then you can just spam your board.
Right.
Yeah.
Both effects are really strong, so that's good.
See, I already like this deck a lot more than the Nature Spirits ones, because this one just makes more sense to me. Like, it looks like it's focusing on one color, but it's got a couple extra other low colors too, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Clearly.
So far, everything's at least half blue.
Blue. Right. So it makes sense. Like, there's at least one color line here, so where you could play. In Nature Spirits, it doesn't seem like there's one specific color line.
Because there's not.
Yeah, exactly.
Most of them are one solid color, and there's like 4 different of them, 4 different colors.
Sean, what are your opinions on this next card being the tie they chose?
I mean,
I can think of like 3 different ties that could have a better reprint.
I'm okay with this just because we never got a textured version of this card. So, like, I'll probably replace my box stoppers with this, but I don't see myself playing this card in anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, OG BT1 Tai Kamiya. Security attack +1 if you're a red Digimon with, I believe it's 4 or more sources. Yeah, 4 more.
Man, if you want to power creep this card, just print it again, but take out the word red.
I think that would be a little scary, dude. You need to chill out.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. I'll say it. That's how you power creep it.
You just literally, that just goes in blue decks. Like,
it goes in every deck.
It goes in blue.
To power creep a brain, you just take away the source requirement.
Yeah, you could just be like, all your Mega Digimon gain security attack +1.
Oh yeah, red hybrid would be eating.
Yeah. Please no, thank you. Golemon, on play / on deletion, de-evo 1 of your opponent's Digimon, inheritable blocker.
Okay.
Cool.
He goes in the mineral deck, I guess.
Yeah. Bancho Golemon has blocker all turns. While your opponent has a Digimon with 13,000 DP or more, this Digimon gets plus 5,000 DP. On deletion, rule the top 3 cards of your deck. You may play 1 mineral or rock trait Digimon card with a play cost of 8 or less among them without paying the cost. Trash the rest.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool, I guess. Then we have a hero no one cares about. And then War Growl X.
He's got a cannon for a chest.
Yep. When Digivolving, until the end of your opponent's turn, the Digimon can't be returned to the hand or deck, and it gets 3000 DP. Then if War Grommet or X Antibody is in this Digimon's sources, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 10,000 DP or less. Inheritable, security attack +1. This is a red cyborg.
Okay, nice.
Just delete it.
So, still my current head rough draft is probably 4 of the EX4 War Growl that mills 3 and plays a Tamer Gilmon, and then 4 of this guy.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah, this protection effect is really, really good.
You can still just delete it.
I mean, you can, but saying no to basically any blue deck from removing him is pretty solid to me.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I guess.
Because if you delete it, you have effects that let you float into other things. So, like, bouncing's really the only thing to, like, actually punish you.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Barbamon X, when attacking / when digivolving, not an on-play. Once per turn, your opponent may trash 1 card in their hand. If this effect didn't trash, you may play 1 Fallen Angel trait Digimon card with a play cost of 7 or less from your trash without paying the cost. All turns, once per turn, when cards are trashed from your opponent's hand, if Barbamon or X Antibodies in the Digimon's sources, trash their top security card.
Huh. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not big on it.
It's just...
Hey, it's alright.
It's too reliant on your opponent just choosing to not trash a card in their hand.
Yep.
I don't know. I mean, I guess...
Yeah, but you get punished if you don't, like, either way, because then you're getting to play out bodies.
Yeah, but I mean, what's your opponent going to do? Oh, I have multiple of this level 4 in my hand. Alright, bet. Out.
Yeah, I mean, if you have the Barbamon or X Antibody, they have to trash their top security card, but I mean...
Right.
I don't know. It's an interesting effect, but I'd have to see it in practice in order to... It's on paper, it seems like it's a little underwhelming.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's like the greatest card, but it's alright.
Yeah, it's just like... If you play this in Demon Lords, you probably don't, number one.
Oh, yeah, no.
So, like, what are you playing this in? Are you just playing it in its own archetype?
Yeah, Barberman Turbo, duh.
Barbamon, Devimon Turbo.
Boom, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you'd have to, like, mix the 2 archetypes together, the Dandevi and the Barbamon. I don't know. 7th Jewel Rise, trash. Your turn, when any of your Digimon digivolves into Barbamon X Antibody, by returning this card to the bottom of the deck, activate this card's main effects. Main, if your opponent has 5 or more cards in their hand, they trash 1 card in their hand. Then delete one of your opponent's level 7 or lower Digimon. For every 3 cards in your opponent's hand, remove 1 from this effect's level maximum. Security, activate this card's main effect.
Okay, that's trash.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I mean, it seems
real Dandevi of them.
Yeah, it just reads like Dandevi support. I wonder. I'm curious if you could like put these 2 archetypes together and like make a deck that doesn't absolutely suck.
Comments, let us know. Somehow you guys always don't. Oh, actually, you're sleeping on this.
Like your opponent. Like your opponent has like no cards in hand and they just can't play the game. They're just top decking every turn.
I mean, that's the dream of the Dan Devimon player. Your opponent has no cards in their hand.
Unless you can find a way to pull off like a Yu-Gi-Oh style Yada lock, I mean, it ain't happening.
There are cards that force your opponent to discard down to 5. I think there's 2 of them that I can think of. There's the OG Golfmon and then Moon Millenniumon.
Yeah.
Which are level 6 and level 7s. But
yeah.
I mean, you could technically put something together that would resemble a deck that revolved around keeping your opponent's hand size small, but I don't know how good it would be.
Maybe you're just really lucky and your opponent's playing heavy metal.
Oh my god, dude, the heavy metal player getting paired with the Dan Devimon player and just being like, Guess I lose.
Cool. You got it, man.
You got it. Mammothmon. When Digivolving, you may play one Nightmare Soldier trait Digimon card with a play cost of 3 or less from your hand without paying the cost. On deletion, give 2 of your opponent's Digimon security attack -1 until the end of their turn. Inheritable, when attacking once per turn, one of your opponent's Digimon gets -4,000 DP for the turn.
It's a lot of words. Yeah. Too bad I'm not reading them.
That is facts right there. It plays a rookie for free. Cool. Who cares? A Skull Mammothmon. When Digivolving, you may play one Nightmare Soldier trait Digimon card with a play cost of 5 or less. Ooh, it plays level 4s. From your hand or trash. Was this hand or trash?
Whoa.
No, the other one was just from my hand. This one was hand or trash. On deletion, recover +1.
Hey, you're sleeping on that level 4 play. You know, you never know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess...
Maybe they have a card. Maybe they have a card that says, if this card is on-played by Skull Mammothmon, you win the game.
I mean, they could get a level 4 ace, or level 5 ace, I mean, that maybe you can play with this, but I don't think they have one currently.
Anyway, proceed.
Then we have
spoiler. You can skip those because we're going to get the full res of them later.
Okay, it's weird that they have spoiler covers on them. Like, what? This entire thing is spoilers. Why are those two covered? Landgermon. When Digivolving, if you have one or fewer tamers, you may play one close from your hand without paying the cost. Inheritable, when effects trash this card from a mineral or rock trait Digimon's Digivolution cards. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 4 or less.
Yeah, cool.
It's so weird they're bringing Digiburst back and giving it to black. It makes so much sense though.
Hey,
of course you're gonna give it to the worst color.
Yup.
Like, we can give.
No, it's not even Digiburst. Have you not read it yet?
I mean, it's
Digiburst.
It is.
If they made Digiburst in the modern days,
it's literally power creep to Digiburst, which is kind of an oxymoron. But yeah, it's like a better version of Digiburst because it triggers if your opponent trashes your stuff too.
Yeah. See, like, because what I was telling, I think Robbie, or maybe it was Caleb, it was one of the two, we were having a conversation about this. I said you literally could have just made it Digiburst, but put a clause at the beginning where it said, like, if your opponent attempts to delete you, like, Digiburst 3, this Digimon is not deleted. Yeah. This, of course, just makes it where it's just a keyword, and you don't have to worry about all that extra text.
Agreed, but also they would have to also add that clause where if it's removed from an effect, just to keep it to where it still impacts your opponent if they strip your sources themselves.
Yeah.
It would let you play some of the old Digiburst support that's in black, like the Son of Rizamon that recycles itself, but...
True.
Because I think... Brandon, actually, would you... I guess I could check real quick. You might still be able to play that card. I don't think he requires Digiburst specifically. I think he was just trashed.
If he's just trashed from sources. Weren't they all like that?
I don't remember now that I'm thinking about it, but I'm going to look it up real quick because I am curious.
Joke's on you. I already have it pulled up.
Nope, it says Digiburst specifically.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Sag. That card's never going to see play ever. Okay. Proganomon? The hell? Collision and Piercing, which is a really cool combo. Too bad it's level 5. Fragment 3, which is the keyword. It's the power creep Digiburst. When this Digimon would be deleted by trashing any 3 of its sources, it isn't deleted. Inheritable. When effects trash this card from a mineral or rock trait Digimon sources, de-evo one of your opponent's Digimon. This should have been when this Digimon would leave play.
Yep.
Because, like, you still just get a hard L from blue. Assuming they don't try to trash your sources first. But, yeah. Could have just made it when it would leave play, Bandai. How hard would that have been? Pyramidimon. Emphasis on the mid. This art looks kind of cool, but... Fragment 3, so when this Digimon would be deleted, blah, blah, blah. When digivolving / when attacking, not once per turn, by trashing any 3 mineral or rock trait cards from any of your Digimon's Digivolution cards, this Digimon unsuspends and it gains security attack +1 for the turn. End of your turn, once per turn, you may place up to 3 mineral or rock trait cards from your trash as its Digimon's bottom sources.
I mean, it's alright. It's not. It's whatever.
It's so funny that it's literally just power creep Digiburst.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could see some like cheeky plays. Now this is super dumb, and it probably will never come up. But let's say your opponent has somebody who's suspended, who's also 12k. You could crash into it, stop yourself from dying by fragmenting, get all of your fragment effects, and then end of your turn you just tuck them right back under.
I mean, you could.
And I mean, they would have to. Well, I mean, they don't have to have it suspended because you do have collision.
Do you? I don't think you do.
Yeah, he has collision.
I don't see
No, the level 5 has.
Yeah, level 5 has collision.
Level 5 has it.
Yeah, why would the Mega have collision, dude? Come on.
Yeah, Brand, come on.
Yeah, my bad.
What are you, stupid?
How dare I?
Yeah.
How dare I think they were going to make these cards, like, playable?
Yeah, why they gave collision piercing to the 5 and not the 6? We'll never know. Oh, wait, it's because it's black. Then we have Close, Memory Setter. Your turn, when any of your Digimon evo into a mineral or rock trait Digimon. By suspending this tamer, replace up to 2 cards with the mineral or rock trait from your trash as its Digimon's bottom sources. This is literally just what Digiburst should have been the whole time. It's just a way to like recycle your stuff into your sources.
Yep.
Oh, it's so funny that it's still going to be bad though.
I mean, to be fair, if they would have printed that for other Digiburst cards, like the Black War, the Metalga, and the Grand Kuwaga, we probably would have had problems.
We would have. And the, was it Rosemon, or was it...
Oh, Nidhogg.
No.
Digiburst, like 4.
Nidhogg is good, but I'm thinking of the one that, like, stuns your opponent's board. It's a female plant level 6.
So it's probably a Rose.
It's some kind of Rose variant, I think. I don't think it's Rosemon exactly, though. But she was one of the best ones, in my opinion, and she was kind of slept on because green sucks.
I know what you're talking about, Sean. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then we have Zophyr Cabus. Sure. 2-cost option. Main. By trashing any one source of one of your mineral or rock trait Digimon until the end of your opponent's turn, it gains collision, piercing, and reboot. Jesus. Gets 3000 DP and can't be returned to the hand or deck by your opponent's effects. Security effect, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost.
I'm just imagining a meme right now. It's the level 5 and the level 6, and the level 5's like, man, it's so nice to just have collision. And the level 6 sitting there with his head down. I wish I had collision. And he's just looking at the option card.
It's so stupid that they gave this effect to an option that you then have to play in the deck in order for it to even have a win condition.
Yep.
They should have just given this to that level 6 as a win digivolving effect. Like, why do you have to put extra pieces in the deck? Like, it just makes it that much worse. Like, I don't get it. I think this is another they were afraid to make it too good situation.
Sean, I found the card. I believe it was called Reflagiamon.
Yes, that's what it was. Yeah. It looks like a
Rapalesimon.
It looks like a Rosemon or Lilymon variant though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is.
She's wearing like a helmet or something.
Yeah, it's got like tryptophobia inside of its cloak and cannon.
I don't know what that is.
It's basically the fear of many holes grouped together.
Are you saying it has a bunch of mini holes in it?
It's just the way the cloak is designed. It has a pattern.
Wouldn't that mean you have tryptophobia?
No, I didn't look at it and go, ah!
I mean, you're saying like it has the fear of many holes inside of its jacket.
No. So it's a design. Why are you questioning this? Okay, so
because it's
the design. The design is a multi-hole like design.
Oh, word.
Like a honeycomb.
And there is a
going.
phobia.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a phobia where those types of designs get to people.
Interesting. Sounds like those people
I have it.
Are weak and the line's weak.
No, I literally get like it doesn't like throw me off. Like I don't like I can't look at it, but I do get like a chill. I'm like oh, and I move on.
That's so odd. The human mind.
It is. It's very weird.
Okay, I might have mispronounced it. It's trypophobia, an aversion to or fear of clusters of small holes and bumps.
Just weird.
It can trigger feelings of disgust, revulsion, and discomfort. The most common is a wasp nest.
Interesting. So I guess Chris
Sean, I don't know. Well, we'll see if you have an aversion to it, because this is like one of those things you see and you're like, oh no, it's in his hand. It's just a lot of little holes.
Yeah, I mean that looks weird, and I wouldn't want that on my hand, but I'm not like affected by it.
Yeah.
All right, then we.
If anything, I would hide snacks in my little holes.
Pause.
Yeah, just pull a little sunflower seed out. Just.
We have Ryotaro Williams. His first name is so close to a different word.
He looks like he's a Kevin.
Yeah, he looks like something else to me. Then we have Alt Art Gilmon X.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Imp X hanging out in the background, like, hey, what up?
Yeah, this card's gonna be like $30 or $40.
Yup. Yup.
Yeah, the Gallantmon stands are just going crazy. This super ridiculous Ace level 6 alt art.
What is it doing to poor Garudamon?
Killing it.
Drowning it, I guess.
Yeah, there's an Airdramon in the back. Yeah, it's just killing this Garudamon. Poor Garudamon.
I mean, technically it can with its effect.
Yeah, technically, it's a Dark Master going up to a level 5. I'd hope it's winning.
Yeah.
Magnangemon.
Yeah. Angels are broken. I actually
might
like the regular art of this Aegis-Dramon better than this alt art.
I agree.
I'd say the same thing.
Because, like, let's just go back to compare them. But I remember thinking the Aegis-Dramon looked pretty cool, and then that one's kind of underwhelming.
Yeah, it was okay.
Did I pass it? Is it in this group?
No.
Okay.
No, he's a little further up.
Where are
I mean, the best part about it is going to be that texture.
Yeah, that's the only, like, plus side of that. But, like, yeah, he looks like he's, like, menacing in this one. He's like, rah!
Yeah.
Whereas this one, it looks like he just, like, came out of the water and he's like, oh, man. It was cold down there, guys.
He's a chill little guy in this one.
He even looks like he's like...
He's just like, hello!
He's about to impart some knowledge on you.
That's what I imagine that sound is that he's making.
Matt Damon.
Yeah, exactly. Then we have Son of Rizamon alt art. Got pyramids and stuff in the background. Oh, Pyramidimon. Good for them, dude.
Good for him.
Pyramidimon alt art. Can't really tell what's going on here. It's an upside down pyramid. Okay.
Yeah, I might avoid this set in its entirety just so I don't even have a chance of pulling these cards.
If you do buy some packs and pull these cards, though, you have to build this deck.
I'm sorry, Chris. You're getting this set by yourself.
Close. This will probably be expensive for no reason other than the fact that it is a female.
Just because it has a little bit of leg showing.
Yep, it's got a lady on it, dude. Expensive. Then we have Skibbity Toiletmon.
I hate this thing.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing. And then we have Suzune. Okay, that'll be expensive for no reason. Then we have Medieval Gallantmon alt art. This goes pretty hard.
That's cool. Yeah, that's hard.
It's really cool.
Yeah, and you can actually play this in Gallantmon decks if you want. Then we have Gallantmon X alt art.
Oh yeah.
So who are these back here? I can't.
Yes, and Genku.
Is
From
that
the
who
looks
that
of
is?
it. That bottom right is definitely Genku, and I'm pretty sure that's the scarf on Jess X.
That's what it... Okay, so I think it's probably just the X antibodies of both of them. It's Jess X and Genku X.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's what was throwing me off, is because their heads are like kind of off from what I would expect, but I think it's because they're the X antibodies.
Oh, hey, speaking of ace cards,
And then
these are the SPs.
These are the SPs from EX8. So these are... So normally our SPs have been pretty unique looking. These are kind of a throwback to our original SPs, air quotes, because the English exclusive alt arts were effectively SPs.
Yeah.
And those were just different alt arts, which that's what it looks like these are.
I mean, the Hercules looks really good. He's probably my favorite of the bunch.
Yeah, I think I prefer the other alt art of the Metal Seadramon.
Yeah.
I mean, this looks nice, but like, you know.
Yeah, it looks chill.
Yeah, this Piedmon looks pretty cool. I don't remember what the alt art looks like, though.
And then Medieval Gallant is just being all menacing.
That actually looks really cool. I like this one.
Yeah, that one's hard. Yeah.
That one looks sick.
It's like he's inside of like a vortex of like
vortex.
Energy.
He is inside. I'm pretty sure he's a Vortex Warrior. Then we have the 2-star Gallantmon X alt art, which is the Magna X 2-star.
Okay, but is anyone else thrown off that it's not centered?
I like how it's asymmetrical.
The Magna X wasn't centered either, I don't think. I think it was also slightly off center like this.
Okay. I don't know. It kind of throws me off a little bit.
Yeah, I never saw one of those Magna X's in person, so I'm not sure exactly what this is going to look like in person. But I mean, the art looks nice.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's probably going to be like $1,000 though.
Yeah, you can skip this next little section's pictures because the high res are going to be like right after them.
Oh yes, so we are getting the color border versions of the commons and uncommons at the EX.
Nice.
Hopefully that's just a thing from now on for the EX sets. It'd be cool if it were for mainline sets too, but whatever. We have Renamon X alt art.
Terriermon just vibing in the background. I love that.
I think that's Terrier X, right?
It is. Yeah, because he's a little fuzzy.
Yeah. Well, his big ass horn too.
Sakuya X. Hey.
Those are Tiggle bitties.
Who would have thought?
That's massive.
Yeah, female X antibody. Tassive mix,
Booba.
Dude.
I might prefer this all over the SP art.
Where the hell is his head? I can't find it.
It's right there. He's right under the 12.
What direction? Oh, he's like, okay, he's
leaning
back. Okay, he's like
yeah, he's leaning back.
I was like, this looks like it should be his head, but my brain is not working. I think it's because this looks like it's almost like a mouth, and that was throwing me off.
Right.
It's like a super JoJo's pose.
I kind of hate this one, just because my brain wants to see this as a mouth, and it's throwing me off when I'm trying to like figure out where his head should be.
Weak bloodline.
Yeah, I think I like the SP better. This art is just like, there's too much happening. Then we have Bolt Baldemon. This looks pretty cool.
Yep. Yeah. I think I like that way more than the original art.
Yeah, this looks pretty
Agreed.
cool.
Which is how you should think when you're looking at alt art.
Yeah, ideally that's how it would be. Very cool. Comment questions. Yogo Polo 6968, thank you for being a channel member. No question, just wanted to say I hope everyone has an amazing Thanksgiving. Thank you, you too.
Oh, thank you. You too,
as well, man. I can't wait for Thanksgiving to be over because work has been murder.
It has been quite brutal.
Rockley Rules 101. Last year, Bandai set up a gallery at Nats featuring prints of select card art. Given how much they dislike easy money, I doubt we'll be able to purchase any of them this year. If we were in an alternate timeline, which cards would you want merchandise of and in what form? Posters, wall scrolls, art books, etc. Would you prefer they take?
The premium Bandai Omnimon binder art. If I could get that as a poster wall scroll, that's pretty. It's got the whole line. It's got everything. I'd love that.
Maybe
a group shot of all of the Royal Knight alt arts from BT13.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
While you're thinking, Chris, I know what mine are. I would like
I have one.
Yeah. A wall scroll / poster of alt art Lord Nightmon X and regular art BT14 Patamon.
Ooh, that's a good one.
They kind of look like they're in the same building.
I was thinking of I can't remember the set number. I think it's 12. Is it 12? The Shine Greymon?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. I really like that one.
He does look nice.
Raid War Greymon's alt art's pretty sick.
That one's also really cool.
It is nice. Yes.
If you could find a way to put the SP starter deck, Melga, and War Greymon into one photo, that like how they're like on each other's card arts, that'd be pretty sick.
They do have good arts, despite one of them being laughably unplayable and the other one just being outclassed.
Yeah, there was a person on Reddit a while ago that would post in the Digimon group where he did solid arts of cards to be used for like wallpapers and stuff like that. And I actually had one of them. I grabbed the Bond of Friendship.
Oh, nice.
It actually came as a dual pair where it was both of them together. So that's pretty cool.
Are they supposed to be in the same like back to back?
No, he just cropped them together.
Okay.
I think I also have BT15 Melga like that as well, where it's just his artwork. Can't seem to find that one though.
I trust you.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah.
Hold on. I want to compare them because it does feel like they're in a similar location.
Yeah, they have like the exact same backgrounds and everything.
So they both look like they're in a church to me.
Oh yeah, with the stained glass.
Yeah, there's like stained glass behind both of them. They look like they're in the same place. And so that's why I would like them to be together.
Put like the entire vaccine / like archetype and stuff like that in one giant stained glass room.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
I would have loved if this were the alt art, just because I like the stained glass design behind it.
Yeah. Instead, you got like Patamon out in the wild.
Yeah, just out in places.
Just doing Patty Man stuff.
Yeah, just Evone for free, or -1 memory. That's cool.
Just high rolling everybody as locals like a dingus.
That's right, dude.
I found it. If you were curious, the 15 Melga, no text or anything like that. Damn, that thing is not showing up on the camera.
Yeah, it's too bright.
Anyway, sorry.
Cord XLL. LMAO. Arceus did not steal the battle system from Digimon. That's super old RPG stuff.
Well, joke's on you. That's a lot of words. And I ain't reading them.
Did we say
I played Digimon, and I played Arceus. I didn't play any of those old RPGs.
I think you guys may have said something to that effect.
I know exactly what he's referring to. He's referring to the turn order system that Arceus has, and I said, it's like the Digimon one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so joke's on you, Cord. I'm not reading them.
IDBW 1274. The reason for the tamer ratios is because you only need one tie and mat tamer for the Omni play, and the mat and sword tamer is so much better in early game. Metal Garret 3 would be nice, but the Gabu X allows for another draw on Evo and search for a Guru or Omni, so 2 is fine. The reason for no draw Gabu is because Lament isn't being played, though playing BT5 Gabu may be a good idea to play off of Mega Knight. Also, the reason for training over Lament is for search for pieces, mainly Mega Knight, because that's what wins you the level 7 OTK matchups. It's very needed in this deck. If you draw poor, Lament is nice, but it rarely comes up. Source me, I was the pilot. This was the ancient Omni deck that we were looking at.
I'm glad that there are fellow pilots out there.
Solid reasoning. Everything you said makes sense. One of the drawbacks of playing that deck is not finding the correct pieces. So, I mean, it makes sense to play the trainings.
It's every single time I used Gabu X, every single time, I bot decked my Tamers, I bot decked my Option, I bot decked my War Greys.
Mm-hmm.
I almost never was able to add a card off of it. So I said, screw that noise. Drabumon. I guarantee get a card.
Yeah, because that was in the original list that we originally started messing with, and then they just
slowly got phased out. Because we even tried BT5, but we ran into the same problem where you would bot deck your tamers, you would bot deck your options. So it just...
And also, you can't warp your Melga on top of your Gabu X's. That was another drawback of playing the Gabu X. Smitty the Pity. Yeah, I agree 100%. The new Liberator stuff has just been so lackluster, which is unfortunate because in testing they're actually really fun to play, but how do these decks compete against something like the Dark Animal Engine and Galaxy Engine? Getting the reveals for EX8 is so underwhelming. If they're trying to bring the power levels down but choosing to ignore the broken stuff that came before it, I feel they're trying to bring down, I think is what he meant, that came before it, and hoping that we just forget that it exists. Surely they'll get bored of Galaxy Loop. Bandai probably.
Yeah. It's like I said last week. It's like, what's the point of printing a lower power scale because people are just going to stay with the higher power scale and you're just going to get stuck in a redundant format?
Yeah, people aren't going to... I mean, some people are, but competitive players are not going to play something just because it's new.
Yeah. All I'm going to say is they haven't got bored of Mirage yet.
Had that dude since BT11.
Yup. Stupid card, dude. Andrew B123. Finral more than likely is because it is based on Finrear, but with the L instead of the R, since the Digimon name doesn't have the second R. As far as Melga, from what I found online, it is because of the Digimon V-Tamer manga. Some tamers call Digimon by nicknames, like Rena calling her Vmon Vivi, and Metal Gurumon was called Melga by their tamer.
Nice, I didn't know that.
I obviously didn't know that because I do not know a solid chunk of the lore.
I knew Rena called Alt Force Vivi because that's what she calls him in the games. She says Vivi.
Well, I'm glad that that's not a thing because that sounds kind of dumb.
You won't get it.
Correct.
It's because he's got a V, Sean.
No, I get it. I think Alt Force sounds cooler than Vivi.
I agreed. Alt Force is cooler than Vivi.
Yeah. Oreo X1000. Eat it.
What's wrong, Brandon?
No, just this comment.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Reminded me of last week's Uncrustable conversation.
Yeah, eat it normally. Thank you, Oreo X1000, for not being a psychopath.
All right, then listen. We said nobody gets judged, Sean.
I wasn't judging him.
So judgmental.
Also, he said, Brandon, I will play bees with 4 protoform. We'll let you know how it goes.
You're a braver pilot than I, sir.
Yeah, I keep telling Brandon I'll let him borrow protoform so he can have 4. He just refuses to put it back together.
I'm just not doing it, man. I'm not putting myself through that pain. Let Chris do it. Clearly, after these last weeks, he's clearly a glutton for punishment.
You know what? Maybe that'll be the deck that's the other vote between that and Shine Great.
Bees will win, Sean. Guaranteed.
It probably will, but whatever, dude.
Just let me know when you need. I still got it sitting on the table.
I would literally need the entire core. I would just put my protoforms in. B Dunback. I hate Logan, but just to clarify, you said that Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor was controversial because Amanda Serrano landed more punches on Katie Taylor, and because of that, she should have won, right? Then he goes on to say, Paul landed 78 of 278 total punches and connected on 31 of 179 jabs. Tyson landed 18 of his 97 total punches to go along with 5 of 62 jabs. No one's saying Paul shouldn't have won by decision. That wasn't the issue.
Paul should have won by knockout.
Yeah, Paul clearly won by decision, but the fact that Tyson was literally pulling his punches, as seen in some replays, it's very clear that there was definitely some incentives for him not to go hard on...
For both of them.
Yeah. I can't remember if we talked about this last week, but there was a theory that I read where it's basically like they get more money for every round they complete. So they're incentivized to go the distance.
Yeah.
Without having a no knockout clause actually in the contract. It's basically like, hey, don't knock me out, you get more money.
Yeah, I knew it was in shambles when Mike said, oh, I don't care about legacy, that's in the past. And I'm like, oh, so he's losing.
I mean,
but clearly the agreement was, hey, we're gonna go all 8 rounds. Paul's gonna win by decision, and I won't knock you down. You won't knock me down, because like, what did he say? Mike only landed what, 18 punches? Is that what that said?
18 to go along with 5 jabs.
97.
Okay, and how many did the women land?
He doesn't break that down, but
yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty sure the difference in the total punches landed was more
massive,
or close to the total number of punches between Paul and Mike.
I could have sworn I heard somebody say that the women's match had like 500 thrown or something like that. It was a pretty big number from what I remember.
Serrano, the other chick, was literally headbutting her. That's how she got gashed like that. Like, illegally headbutting her.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Apparently, if you open your opponent up, even though you do it illegally, you get points for that. Who knew?
Yeah, so.
I'm not saying it's rigged, but I am saying it's rigged.
All I'm saying is, all you boxing fans, now you're WWE fans. Now you know how it feels.
Watching a scripted show?
Oh, don't you know that stuff is fake?
It's real to me, damn it.
That's such a funny clip, too.
That one Larry dude. I'm feeling better taking Angels to Regionals 1st of December. Hopefully the Lord Nightmon hype died down after the underwhelming results. Just have to decide if TK and Kari for start of turn barrier is something I want to slot in. In theory sounds broken, but so far I never missed it. Sorry for misspelling your name, Sean. It has happened my entire life. It is quite alright.
Yeah, how do people not know how to spell Sean? S-E-E-N.
Well, there's like 4 proper ways to spell Sean.
The proper way, the way that my name is spelled. The other ones are phonetically how you spell it. If you don't know how to spell it correctly.
Yeah.
Do you think I'd piss people off if I named somebody Sean and spelled it S-H-E-A-N?
No one would say that correctly.
Bean?
I have literally had people where I would email them, and my email address was my first and last name at my business whatever thing, and they would respond to me and misspell my name. And I don't know, man.
Like, okay, whatever. Listen, I deal with the same thing too. My whole name is Christopher, but it's T-O-F-E-R. Everything I get is P-H.
Your name is spelled with an F?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a family thing.
Man, I never would have known that if you didn't say that to me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've said Christopher to you, in text, and spelled it out. Obviously I would have spelled it wrong. I never spell it with an F.
Maybe.
Yeah, it turns out, Grandma couldn't spell when she was on her pain meds.
Most of the time.
It's a family thing we do.
Most of the time, the only person who will call me that is my mom, so.
Yeah. Latitude 990. Alright, let me put to bed all the Galaxy Engine concerns. Here are the tops from the BT17 EX7 English format 16 majors. Hey, I'm not going to read those because you overlooked the fact that that's not 2.0 format.
That's a whole lot of words. Too bad. I'm not reading them.
Literally. Yeah, that's not the current format. And it's not Natch format either because Nats is going to include LM.
He just completely sleeps over 2.0. Entirely.
There's a response. Oh, I could have sworn I read someone that responded to this that talked about how much extra stuff that Galaxy Engine got from 2.0, and they're gonna get from LM as well with the Gabu Bond Ace. They get way more. They literally got better with 2.0, and they're gonna get better with LM.
Yeah. It's one of those decks where the ceiling is just continually going to get higher and higher and higher and higher.
Yeah.
Until it gets stopped.
Yes.
It's going to get fine-tuned, refined, and perfected. If it's not being already, it's gonna.
Yeah.
It's so flexible, it's gonna happen.
I do not make vids yet said, the way Chris plays and builds Mother is not optimal. Hard playing things for big cost and passing
this isn't
way too slow.
Why are we saying this? This isn't even a question.
My mother build focuses on defense and outgrinding the opponent whilst also accruing resources. Mother is sort of like Setcon. You need to know how to efficiently control your opponent. I'm confused as to
That's
this
exactly how you played it.
Yeah, I'm confused as to why this person thinks that you were playing things for big costs.
There were times where
He mentioned during his recap that he would hard play something like Cherubi.
I mean, you have to do that sometimes, but like that's
recurring resources, right?
That's not recurring, but it's
not recurring, but it's occurring.
It's a big swing of things because you're playing an additional body and you're usually outing one of theirs. Yeah.
Everyone's deck is different. It's okay.
I agree. Latitude 990. Hexablow is no joke. It makes the purple hybrid matchup so easy. Also hard to agree, not enough blue players are going back to Ice Wall. Lots of decks need to attack to throw counter punches. Yeah, I think that's why we're seeing Hexablow in so many blue decks, is because it just makes the purple hybrid matchup like a joke.
Well, now we know why he doesn't believe the Mirage hype is as big as it is. He's a Hexablow fan.
Yeah, Hexablow's played in Galaxy.
Yep, he's trying to underwhelm everybody so he can sweep like the next big tournament.
He's like, Galaxy Mirage really can't hurt you.
Meanwhile, he's sleeving the deck up like.
Yeah. Damien Carr 168, thank you for being a channel member. In my opinion, Luna, Nightclaw, Gao, and Huang Kun need to be hit. All three are not only insane inside Galaxy, but insane inside out. Nightclaw, Gao would badly hit both Galaxy and Mirage. Lunamon is showing more and more that she is just a broken generic rookie and is several orders of magnitude better than Coronamon, even inside their own engine because of the third card. I agree. Huang Kun is just a plain unfair card. Blue should not have access to a completely generic unsuspend when one of the best level 5 with one of the best level 5 when Digi's in the game. With one of the best level 5 when Digivolving's in the game. Okay. All three of those cards are hard carrying Galaxy, and all three are significantly better than even the red dual tamer. All that being said, both tamers need to be hit with the blue going to 0, or they need to be errated. The blue tamer is only used in degenerate turn skip decks, and I'm sure only equally degenerate strategies in the future. Players should not have access to start of turn timing at all. The red tamer isn't as bad, but even if it doesn't deserve to be banned now, it scales infinitely and should be hit eventually, because at some point we will get a level 7 that absolutely skyrockets the entire deck into tier 0 territory.
Facts.
Fair.
Dang it, Latitude. Get out of here with your...
I saw where he responded. He's like, no, it's not real.
Stop it. Degenerate is degenerate.
Galaxy's not real. It can't hurt you.
Just because it's not tier 0 doesn't mean it's not a problem.
He's like, please, Bandai, don't hit my tier 0 deck, please.
I've only been playing Mirage since BT11. Don't touch it.
Don't touch it. Quit it.
Stop it.
That's funny.
Yeah, I agree with all of that. Yeah, like, the level 7 tamer is literally a mega Digimon fusion every turn.
Yep.
With no drawback.
None.
It's so stupid. You just have to be playing the Galaxy engine, which, it's a super stupid engine that you can just play any blue or red card. Also, you'll be able to play the Galmon X in the Galaxy engine when the X8 comes out. Fun fact.
Yep.
Nice. And by nice, I mean, oh no.
Yeah, I agree on all that. I know that I have said in the past that I am firmly against erratas. But this would be a situation where I would be okay with it, just because it would save them the trouble of banning these cards just to reprint basically the exact same card.
With the errata.
And make it hyper-specific to that archetype to where you could only play it in that archetype successfully.
I mean, it's very clear this is not how they intended these cards to be used.
Yeah, they're supposed to be used to go into Grace Nova
that awful card.
Your opponent's turn. Oh, what a sad day, dude. Remember when Grace Nova was good?
It was good.
Yeah, me neither. Damien Carr 168 once again. This is not dog walk. It's because 95% of people can't actually tell the difference between Galaxy decks. Dog walk is just Galaxy Loop, but with the Mirage, which is not the deck in this breakdown. That's Blue Galaxy. Galaxy is the name of the engine, and blue is for the topping you use. Some people call it Mirage Galaxy, but I find that ridiculous because, one, oftentimes you're in the same amount of Hex or Ryugi, which is the decode dude, as Mirage. So why is it Mirage Galaxy? And two, because there's an actual Mirage Galaxy that uses 4 Mirage and 3 Mirage Burst mode with Thomas and the rest of the Galaxy engine and Hexaplow. Yeah, that's true.
The hell name these things?
The player base.
Yeah,
stupid.
Get better at it.
Yeah, dog.
Guess what I'm calling it? It's just Mirage now. Anything I just see 4 Mirages and then Burst mode Mirage. It's Mirage.
I mean, he literally said,
it is.
he literally said
Mirage,
that should be Mirage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
he's saying there are variants of Galaxy that don't run more Mirage than the other Megas.
No, I'm not even gonna. You know what? I'm not even gonna call it that anymore. I'm not gonna call it Galaxy either. It's Grace.
I was about to say, you're still calling it Grace Nova.
Even if I don't see Grace Nova, that's the Grace Nova engine.
Oh, you're playing Blue Grace Nova? Hey, that's cool, man. Hey, good for you. Yeah. Dogwalk is the Infinite Loop variant. That's true. I forgot about that. And then Damien, once again, I actually voted for Ragna OTK. That deck is ridiculously fun. This was when I was complaining that I didn't want to play Angel and I actually wanted to play Ragna OTK.
It worked out for you.
I mean, it did. Competitively speaking, I would rather play Angels over Ragna OTK, but I did want to play Ragna OTK at least one week. Question: do you think Bandai should intentionally make it so English and Japan, Asia have different metas even after the global sync? English has had a different meta from Japan since BT16 to EX6 because we haven't had any key LM cards like Scrambles and the LM Aces. Now with 2.0 we have a format that didn't even exist in Japan. I know in Yu-Gi-Oh! They have different ban lists and region exclusive cards specifically to have different metas for their formats. Do you think that would be good or bad in Digimon?
I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a great example because in Japan, fun fact, Max C is not banned. So if you know what that means in Yu-Gi-Oh! Terms, that's insane. I think it would be interesting. It would give everybody more of a chance to play a different style, but at the same time, like, seems kind of arbitrary. You know what I'm saying? It'd be forced. I don't know.
I would prefer if we would just had exact same format for two reasons. One, I would just like it if we had the same format because it'd be cool just to be able to compare like results and stuff, and like you'd be like, oh, this is topping over there, but for some reason the player base is playing this over here.
Like Japan is using this deck prevalently, where in America you notice this deck is prevalent and it's actually doing different results.
Yeah.
The Go ahead, Sean.
The second reason, which is actually the primary reason that I wouldn't want it to be different, is because when Worlds comes around, they would have to do some finagling in order to determine what the format is, which, from my understanding, it makes the Yu-Gi-Oh! Worlds kind of stupid, because they have like a completely unique ban list for Worlds.
Yeah.
And I would rather it be all one format because of the synchronization, because once you get to Worlds, like, you don't have to worry about like, oh, we're just going to be playing in this unknown format that no one has any playtesting experience in.
Also, with a company like Bandai, who's clearly had so many problems like shipping out product, it'll be a lot better once we're all on the same kind of plane, because then they don't have to
Great Britain or England or whatever.
Right. Well, it's another story. That way, you know, at least then product maybe hopefully will start to become more you know, easier to put out.
Yeah. I would hope, because I mean, I'm fairly confident the whole point of them doing this is so they don't have to ban a card or limit a card prior to us getting it in English, so they don't hurt their pockets.
Agreed.
And I think they would be opening the door to the possibility of that if they tried to do like region exclusives and things like that, and then had to hit them before like the other side got them.
I mean, there's been a couple times when we've gotten cards before Japan even got them. You guys remember the promo Lobo, promo Uni?
Yeah.
Did we get those?
They got
first?
those. Yeah. Japan didn't get them, and we got them technically
with BT4
at the same time. But we got them at BT4, where they had gotten it at like BT6, somewhere around there, BT7.
Oh.
So we had them like 3 sets before they did.
And we got them with the original Ancients, too.
So the Ancient decks were actually like viable.
Yeah, they were viable in BT4 where they wouldn't have been in Japan's BT4. Huh.
Yep.
I either didn't know that or forgot that.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a good time, especially because they were in a pack where you got 2 of them.
Yeah, the dash
one was
packs
foil,
for
one was
BT4.
non-foil. Yeah.
Yeah, good times.
Good times. Yeah, good times.
I hate to sell my Death X wand before LM set comes out.
Oh, dude, I saw somebody post. Somebody had opened their LM set in Japan.
Yup.
And they got 1 ruin mode.
1 ruin.
Like 15 quantum mons. It was hilarious.
How many boxes did they open?
I don't know. I didn't read it. I just saw the photo, and it was sad.
It was so funny.
Open my case of
man, I guess I'm not buying any more of these.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna open 2 boxes and then just buy singles of everything that I actually want.
Yeah, I'll buy 1 box.
You want to buy 2? Two boxes gets you a playset of all of the scrambles and the memory boost.
Chris, are you buying a box?
No.
Okay, I guess I gotta buy 2.
Get screwed.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I think that's just buy 2 boxes, man. That's you're gonna spend money on cards you could have gotten guaranteed in a second box.
I mean, all I need is the scrambles, the Wisterias, and 1 Bond Ace.
Yeah, would you like a playset of all of those cards? Buy 2 boxes. You're guaranteed a playset.
There's 2 of us. Chris, do you think you're ever going to use blue scrambles?
No.
Don't you dare say yes, because I know you're not.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's just doing that to spite me now.
Yeah, just buy 2 boxes.
How about you buy 2 of my butt cheeks and then eat them together?
How much are they?
Okay.
I don't know. How much are 2 boxes?
Value? I think it's probably going to end up being 40 per box if I were to guess.
Yeah, probably. It'll be probably the same amount as a booster box if you get 2. So.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm gonna go have lunch.
Same.
Yep, lunch sounds good. Deuces.
Boy.
Later.